Welcome back to Sports Prophecy, people, and we're back. As you know, it's Friday, and the squad is out. The squad for the Reggaeboyz upcoming encounters, they're out right now, as you know. And Jamaica will be taking on Grenada, and they will be taking on Haiti. There's a lot to talk about tonight. There's a lot for us to talk about tonight. Not too many surprises. I think a lot of us expected some of the names that we saw inside that squad sheet today, or we seen on the sheet today. One big surprise, no Dujuan Whisper. I know a lot of us would have thought that Dujuan Whisper potentially would have been there on this go around. Unfortunately, he's not. It seems like the coach is trying to 1 second, people. Yo, you want to come back in here? A lot of us didn't expect. We expected Dujuan Whisper to be there, based on him being a part of the previous team. Maybe it would have been good for him to be out there against a Grenada. Maybe just get that run out and potentially get his confidence up and potentially score some goals. This is an opportunity for Michael Antonio to get some goals for Jamaica as well. He has been having a goal drought. Hasn't scored for Jamaica in a while. Shamar Nicholson hasn't scored as well for Jamaica. Now, these players would want to take the opportunity to score against a Grenada. Maybe get their confidence up and potentially get on the score sheet. And just make Jamaica look like a team that is capable of scoring. When you look in the midfield, Keroy Anderson, he's a new addition to this team. It was touted that he would potentially get a call up. He's finally got that call up. This is another youngster who now gets an opportunity to basically come in and prove himself. After him being named in the squad, I took the time out to look at some games from Charlton Athletic where he plays his football, and just to see how he looks in the midfield. He looked like a quite aggressive player, plays bigger than his plays much bigger than how he looks. Quite aggressive, still young, but again, Jamaica is going into a game without an attacking midfielder. A lot of us expected that Ravel Morris wouldn't be there. A lot of us expected that Tyreek McGee wouldn't have been there either, because I think those two are just not really on the coach's radar as yet. Eric. But Michael Hector, a lot of fans has been calling for Michael Hector. Now Michael Hector is finally back in the team. How he plays, let's see how that works out, because I think Michael Hector he's a decent player, but Michael Hector is also very mistake prone. I remember a specific Gold Cup, and Michael Hector cost Jamaica at least 2 goals where he turned over the football in some important positions. So Michael Hector, will he start? I don't think Michael Hector will come into the team and start, because he doesn't have chemistry with either of the centre backs. So we should be looking at Deshaun Bernard and Damian Lowe. I'm not worried about Damian Lowe in that first game against Grenada. I think that should be business as usual. But the game against Haiti should be a very interesting game. I think we might be in a lot of trouble. Dishard Bernard is a very good defender, but to me, I would rather have Dishard Bernard out there with a Ethan Pinnock, as Damian Lowe can be a bit rash. Dishard Bernard can be a player sometimes who breaks down in focus a little bit, where he gives up some little loose plays. So I think it's going to be very dicey going into that Haiti game. Mikel Antonio is back. He's better than Lowe, though. He's better than Lowe. He's better than Lowe at reading the game. I would say he's a better passer than Damian Lowe as well. Damian Lowe does, however, has the aggression that it takes to succeed in Concacaf. But Damian Lowe misses out or loses out when it comes on to the brain side of the football. Michael Hector is when Michael Hector played for Jamaica previously, Michael Hector didn't really play as a centre back. Michael Hector played as a CDM. Remember, Michael Hector was our CDM in one of the Gold Cups. He was that defensive player, the same position that Joel Latibodier is playing right now. No, Kira Anderson, he's a box to box. I see that he likes to get up the field, up and down the field. Big up yourself, Siobhan. Kira Anderson seems like he likes to get up and down the field. So hopefully, I haven't seen enough on him to know how good of a passer he is, because Latibodier is just not connecting on his passes. Kevin Lambert gives you the same thing. Mikel Antonio, I'm quite surprised that Mikel Antonio is in the squad. Didn't play yesterday. It was said that he's slightly injured. I'm still waiting to see if Mikel Antonio is going to be there, because I think it could be a situation where Mikel Antonio gets replaced closer to the window. So I'm waiting on that one. And we're gonna touch on the Mason Greenwood thing, and we're gonna go through a lot tonight, people. I'm just warming up. We're just warming up because the Mason Greenwood situation. Let me just jump into the Mason Greenwood situation, because I want to talk football tonight. But let's just get the Mason Greenwood situation out of the way. As I said in my video, I broke the news on YouTube today. Mason Greenwood has confirmed that he wants to represent Jamaica. They're still trying to locate his documents. Big up yourself, Grimy family. However, the coach did say something in the press conference that made me feel a little bit better when it comes on to the decision on Mason Greenwood. He said, like any good coach, I would want the best players out there. And he didn't really touch on the things that are affecting Mason Greenwood or the things that surround Mason Greenwood. He basically just said the player is a good player and anybody would want a good player. That tells me that this coach is willing to overlook all the noise around Mason Greenwood and still give him a call up if he has his documents and he's ready to go. That's very important. Now, as you can see, the Observer, there was a lot of anonymous sources in the Observer who had issues with Mason Greenwood. All right, Eric, I will touch on that for you, Eric, soon. But it seems like there's a lot of anonymous sources who wouldn't want Mason Greenwood in the team. One of my sources that was at one of the press conferences told me that they overheard the manager of the Reggae Girls saying, all him, where them I go with him? We don't want him with the whole heap of baggage and all them thing there. That's what I heard was said by the manager. And as you see, the reports in the Observer, it's very female heavy. I think this could end up in a whole gender war between the reggae girls and the JFF. No, I would tell you this: if the reggae girls are the ones that prevents Mason Greenwood from playing for Jamaica, we will have to boycott them. We will have to ask people not to go out and support them, because they don't get to decide who plays for the men's team. They don't get to decide on the decision that the JFF has to make. I understand that they basically stick up the JFF when it came on to Vin Blaine, and the JFF buckled under the pressure. I think that was maybe the right thing to do, because the girls wasn't happy with Vin Blaine. However, I thought that was a dangerous move. People, as you come in, just hit the like button on the video. Let's not wait too long to hit the like button on the video. Just hit the like button on the video, people. We only have 2 likes on the video, and I'm already here for 15 minutes. So hit the like button on the video, people. Let's hit the like button on the video. We can't have a video going on and 2 likes on a video, people. Let's hit the like button. As soon as you come in, just hit the like button on the video, please, and thank you. Let's hit the like button on the video, people. We can't have 3 likes on a video and we have 18 of us in here. That means 15 people are just watching the show. Just hit the like button. No, they basically stick up the JFF when it came on to Vin Blaine. We can understand that Vin Blaine wasn't liked by the female team, and there was a lot of things happening there. It seemed like that relationship wasn't gonna get fixed. So let's just leave Vin Blaine and let him go. However, I think that also handed over a level of power to the female program, where they basically think they could fire coaches. Some would say, what about the Reggaeboyz? The Reggaeboyz asked for people to be removed from the administration, and that happened. It's a different situation. The Reggaeboyz has never asked for a coach to be removed. Coaches are different from an organization that's not functioning correctly. People can have their personal biases towards coaches and ask for coaches to be removed. Are we just going to remove coaches because they ask? I now even think that hiring a coach for the female program is probably a headache for the JFF, because they're going to be very picky. They probably want who they want, and the JFF has to basically bow down to what they want. But they earn their level of power. They've been to 2 World Cups. So some would say they deserve that ability to negotiate. They deserve that. They deserve the ability to negotiate. However, they don't deserve the ability to decide who plays for the men's team. So if the manager for the Reggae Girls has a problem with Mason Greenwood playing for Jamaica, someone needs to remind her that Mason Greenwood will not be playing for the Reggae Girls. I said in my video, I outlined the steps that the JFF need to take to basically make sure they have a leg to stand on when they go on the attack to get this done. They have to have a national poll, whether it's with CVM, TVJ, or Sportsmax. They have to have a poll where fans basically vote on whether or not they think that they would accept Mason Greenwood playing for Jamaica. And the reason why I said this is I'm looking at the article from a legal standpoint. And there was a line in the article where they say that the stakeholders, which are the fans, have a say in this. So the quicker the JFF gets the fans' voice heard and they know where the fans stand, the JFF now needs to have some confirmation from Adidas, which is the kit sponsor for the Reggaeboyz and the Reggae Girls, on whether or not they are okay with Mason Greenwood representing Jamaica wearing the Adidas kit. If that's a go, because I don't know who is the sponsor for the club that Mason Greenwood is playing right now. So obviously, some sponsors don't have a problem with the young man playing. If that's out of the way, to make peace reign, basically, I think the JFF would need to still sit down with their female counterparts and discuss how they feel about it and their concerns. But if the Reggae Girls are going to come to the table from a place of emotions, then the JFF has to put their foot down and make the decision based on how they see fit and how it will help the men's program at the end of the day. Because if the Reggae Girls are stonewalling the process and saying Mason Greenwood can't play because we saw the abuse and we saw etc. blah blah, but the fans decide that they want Mason Greenwood to play, Adidas gives him a clear, the JFF will have to override the decision from the female program. The JFF now will also have to enter into discussions with their other sponsors, see how they feel. But I think with the JFF going into discussion with the other sponsors, they need to have that go ahead from Adidas as a strong backbone to say, see, Adidas, who is basically the kit that Jamaica is wearing day in, day out, they said it's okay and they said this is a go. Because a lot of the other sponsors for Jamaica, I don't even know them. I don't even know a lot of the other sponsors for the Reggaeboyz and the Reggae Girls. So let's get this done, because we need good players at the end of the day. And who are we to play God? Who are we to play God? I hear people, I was listening to Demo today, and Demo was saying that he wouldn't want Mason Greenwood playing for Jamaica, and people were getting upset. That's his opinion, people. Demo Dre is one person. He doesn't want Jamaica. He doesn't want him to play for Jamaica. That's fine. Demo was also the one who said that Theodore Whitmore shouldn't be fired. He's a good head coach. So let's just let that go. We want Mason Greenwood to represent Jamaica. That's the gist of the discussion. But I think the JFF will have to take this step by step. Today, the coach saying that he's up for playing the best players, that was a good starter for me, because that tells me that if Mason Greenwood is available, the coach will pick him. So I want to say to the individuals who's working to find his documents and get everything going, keep going. Let him have that passport in his hand, and then we move on from there. Bless up, know yourself. But we need Mason Greenwood. I'm just going to give you guys clarity. Reese Nelson, as I said, Reese Nelson has decided to play for Jamaica. I have confirmed that this week. He has decided to play for Jamaica. However, it's another documentation thing. And people, a lot of times we beat the JFF, including myself. We beat the JFF about players' documentation. Me talking to individuals that are involved in this, it's a little bit more complicated than just the JFF expediting the process. Let me give you an example. Let's say a player wants to play for Jamaica. His grandparents are Jamaican. They all died. His parents got married to other people, changed their last name. They have to now go back to get this person birth certificate, this person birth certificate, and this person birth certificate. There was also a time in Jamaica where Jamaicans didn't need a passport to travel to the United Kingdom. A lot of people from the Windrush era, those people traveled to the United Kingdom on birth certificates. As you know, there was even Jamaicans that were sent back who lived in the United Kingdom for over 30 years, who was there. There basically was just there. And people are saying that they're not even involved in the system. So it's just a little bit more complicated, guys, than we think when it comes on to the JFF and getting players' documentation. It's not as straightforward as we think. I myself also thought that why didn't they just get the people them thing and expedite the process? I had to realize that it's a little bit more complicated. No, we have Raymond Anderson, who is someone who is going to be challenging Mike Ricketts for the presidency. There's something where you say, I think you should just get them all their passports. That's what we're saying, Grammy. It's not that easy, Grammy. It's not that easy. You first have to get the documents, because getting them their passport in a Grammy is you're getting documents to be naturalized as a Jamaican citizen. You there the US and them place there, you know, say, you can't just go up the passport office America, go tell them, say, your parents them did your grandparents them did American. Come on, Grammy. You know it's a process, bro. I think because we are Jamaicans and we kind of see the country as a patty shop, a shop pays a thing more time, we just believe that, yo, the player them just give out them passport, give them a Jamaican passport. I think a lot of times we look at it in that way. We don't look at the bureaucratic hurdles that comes with being a naturalized citizen. So I think we have to be a little bit more patient with that. Grimy says, yes, but we all know who's eligible. So but the JFF is not who's giving these people their passport, Grimy family. The JFF might know who has Jamaican descendant, but the JFF cannot go to the passport office and say, this person Jamaican, give him passport. It still doesn't work like that. The person has to be in the system with proper documentation. It just doesn't work like that, Grammy. I would love for it to be as easy as you said. Just give the man them passport. But it doesn't work like that. No. Would I want Raymond Anderson to beat Mike Ricketts? A lot of people, they're not going to like this. I actually rather work with the evil that we know right now in Mike Ricketts. No, it's not the time to change government. Guys, if Mike Ricketts goes, one of the ways where Raymond Anderson and his comrades might start thinking that they should cut funding might be to let go this head coach. I promise you, one of the ways that they might start thinking to cut funding is to basically let go the head coach if Raymond Anderson wins. Know yourself, say, I guess it's harder for Citizenship, but A visa would be way easier, just like how the Chinese get. Yeah, man, visa is a easy thing. Kira Anderson, good addition to the team. Good addition, Los Blancos. He's a good addition to the team. So JT, how the girls them have the saying in how play for the Reggaeboyz? How come them have so much? No, I just spoke about that. I just spoke about that ball kicking. I don't know how the manager of the Reggae Girls gets to decide who plays for the Reggaeboyz. That she can say that she wouldn't want Macy Greenwood to come and play for Jamaica. And I point back to that Vin Blaine situation. I point back to the Vin Blaine situation where they stick up the JFF and they had to fire Vin Blaine and hire the coach that they wanted. I thought that was a time where they basically plunged back some power from the JFF. And I think with the whole movement right now of feminism and the whole 9 yards, the JFF also has to be quite, I would say now, they have to deal with it with a little bit of finesse, how they deal with them. They can't just, so I still believe that, Siobhan, you was at the press conference today. What's the name of the Reggaeboyz Reggae Girls manager? Let us know. What's the name of the Reggae Boy? We have a lot to get into, Dujuan Whisper is not there. Craig Butler came out and say some things. And people, I'm gonna get to Craig Butler today. We're not gonna do a show without Craig Butler getting his 50 minutes of fame. We have to talk about this, people. It's Friday night and I'm revved up. The squad is out, people. The squad is out. I just had to clear up the Macy Greenwood thing. As I said, if we find out that the Reggae Girls are barring Macy Greenwood from playing for the Reggaeboyz, we will have to boycott them. And it's going to become a gender war. I promise you, in the football. There were other sources in the JFF as well who wouldn't want Macy Greenwood to come. I think a lot of those sources are allies of Raymond Anderson. This is why I'm saying to you guys, I wouldn't want Raymond Anderson winning this thing. Raymond Anderson has not outlined anything new that he's going to do. I don't hear one thing that Raymond Anderson is going to do to revive football, the grassroots program. One thing that I know Raymond Anderson and his friends will do, they will try to cut costs by letting go this head coach and going the cheaper route. I promise you guys that. This is going to be one of their first ways to cut costs is to remove the head coach. We don't agree with every move the head coach make, but that's a footballing situation. We don't want the head coach to get removed based on cutting costs, because regardless of who we bring in, it's going to be a cheaper coach who maybe cannot even get as much result as Coach Jaime is getting. We call out the coach when he needs to get called out, but he has been getting some things right. That helped me to segue into Dujuan Whisper. You saw what happened there with him letting go Dujuan Whisper. Well, this is the part of the show where it gets messy, because now Richie Royal, I think they are putting it out there like Richie Royal is the one blocking Dujuan Whisper from traveling with the team. Big up yourself, Warren Webster. I think right as the squad dropped, Mr. Butler came out and insinuated that it's basically Richie Royal and Dennis Chung is coercing. I don't know if you guys understood it that way. Coercing to block Whisper from traveling with the team. That's basically what he's saying. He's saying there's a letter, and I would love to see the receipts. He said there's a letter from the lawyer. So that would have been the lawyer of Richie Royal that was sent to Dennis Chong to then block um Dujuan Whisper from playing for Jamaica. I don't know how true that is, but if Richie Royal did that, that's his right. They are going through a legal battle. I don't know if Richie Royal has taken it to court as yet. And that's what comes with legal battles. When it comes to legal battles, somebody's gonna be upset. And Richie Royal is going to look out for himself at this point because not a lot of people has been looking out for him. Business as usual. Rich Toy said it does then with all Jamaicans have the right to play for his country. Eric Sewell said, JT, I can't understand how comes the girls get involved with the men team. A bit confused here. I'm very confused. I'm very confused about that as well. People need to leave personal bedroom things out of the football, says know yourself. You know people, what about smashing the light button? Thank you, Warren Webster. That's how we say that wouldn't be cutting costs because they have to pay off the coach contract. But that a way, they might see that as a way of cutting costs. They might see that as a way of cutting costs and basically coming in to make these big radical changes and say we're gonna let go of the coach to cut costs. So this is why I'm saying that Mr. Ricketts is the evil we know, and I would rather work with Mr. Ricketts right now. Mr. Ricketts also showed me that he has the ability to somewhat have a conversation. I don't know who Raymond Andis is. I haven't heard his 10-figure plan on how he's gonna change things. Upbeat say I listen to Richie and Butler. Richie is speaking the truth. Butler is clutching on straws. Bro, you know how I feel about this whole thing. And the point that Mr. Butler came out right as soon as the squad dropped 2 weeks ago, the coach was the greatest man alive for picking Dujuan Whisper. The coach doesn't pick Dujuan Whisper today. Richie Royal is the antagonist. Richie Royal is the antagonist as soon as Dujuan Whisper doesn't get picked. The coach said he's not picking any players. JD, it come like you just run out, come read my mind. You just come read my mind because that's what I'm going into next. JD, I think what happened with the coach is people has been pointing out to the coach that there's some hypocrisy in his selection policy. I think that unless Richie Royal can come and tell me right now that he sent out the letter, then I would understand. Because if Richie Royal is blocking the player, then he's blocking the player. So again, if Richie Royal sent out that letter to block Dujuan Whisper, Richie Royal hasn't really answered that. You can let us know in the comment section or you join the Discord. Richie Royal, did you send out that letter to block no man, we know where pink wall there, right here on a pink wall, man. Boss Thomas at a pink wall over here. We know where pink wall is. Somebody just joined the Discord. M. Who's M? Mikey Ballin. Yeah. So basically, people, I would want Richie Royal to let us know, did he send out the letter for the JFF to block Dujuan Whisper from traveling? If that's not the case, I believe what happened, the coach realized that people are having a problem with his selection policy, as where people start asking, why isn't Ravel in the team? He's not playing, but Dujuan Whisper is there. I think he came under pressure with the whole, it's an exception to the rule where Dujuan Whisper gets to play without playing any competitive football. Mikey Ballin, what says you? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Wouldn't be no problem, no. Mm-hmm. But Mikey Ballin, let's solve what you're talking about there. Not hearing him. Okay, guys, you're not hearing Mikey Ballin, not hearing him. Okay. Oh, no, um, I'm doing okay. Okay. Uh, uh, yeah, and this, guys, are you hearing them now? Cause I'm hearing them. No sound from. Yo, they're saying no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Discard. They're hearing each other. Let me see if they come back and say they're hearing you guys. Cause I just reset the. Oh my god, Discord have its ways sometimes, people. No sound. Okay, no sound, people. No sound. No sound from the Discord. All right, I'm gonna just close the Discord and let me just yeah, yeah. I'll just close the Discord and come back with it. Let's just close the Discord. Fix it up. Fix up the big sound. Yeah, man. I have to fix up the big boss Thomas. I show you go. That show you go off the rails tonight, people. Me telling you from no. Me telling you from no, people. So that show you I gotta go off the rails. Okay. Can you hear them now, people? Or maybe is are you guys in the right Discord? Can you hear them now? Can it? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jump off, and yeah. Let's see. Big so using enough power. Not hearing them. Oh my god. That's a problem, guys. That's a problem. Jesus Christ. All right. Let me see. If Richie, just jump off. Jump off. I'm gonna drop a different link, but this should have been the same link. You guys just jump off. Let me drop a link, a different link, and see if when you guys come on this link, because we need to work this out. This can't happen to me tonight. Not tonight. Tonight is not the night for this. Come like tonight cannot be the night where Discord. Tonight cannot be the night, people. All right, people. I'm gonna drop the Discord again, guys. So click the new link, the Mikey. It's the same link. JTV. No, I'm hearing you, so can't be a jump. Yeah. May I hear you now? I'm trying to see people in the comment section. Let me know if you're hearing anything from the Discord. Okay, it's not on the live. That's what they're saying. But can you hear people? I'm waiting to see if they're hearing anything, Richie. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if they're hearing it. Are you guys hearing anything from the Discord? Just let's talk, Richie. Let me see. I keep talking. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Nope, they're not hearing anything, guys. People, man, to solve this. Oh my God, man. Let's try Google Chrome here. Let's go Discord again. Discord. Let's go Discord. All right, I'm gonna open the Discord again, people. We can't have this happening tonight. We can't have this happening tonight, people. The Discord should be clicking. That would be upsetting if my Discord doesn't work. All right, let me see if we are back again. Yeah, I wasn't hearing anything from the Discord the last time. Let me see. Richie Royal is still there. Say something, Richie. Richie, are you hearing me? Okay, Richie Royal is there, but he's not hearing anything. Oh my God. Slow mode. Let me drop a new link for the Discord. Yeah, just drop a new link for the Discord, peoples. Keep speaking, Richie. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing here. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can shut this down, bro. I'm hearing you guys, but I have to create a whole mess right now. No, it's because I need a road. What them call it? I need a roadcast. I need a roadcast. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right. You're hearing me. Say something, Mikey. Say, Richie, are you guys hearing me? Oh my God, guys. This is a whole heap of things, right? Hold on, people. Let me see if this is what's causing the issue.
Yeah. Sort it out now.
All right, it's sorted, man. It should be sorted. Say something, Richie.
Yes.
Yeah. We're good now, people. Oh my God, folks.
Yeah, you sort it out.
Yeah, man. Look at most we mash up the show. Look at most we mash up the show. No, Richie, as what Mikey Ballin was saying, have you sent a letter to the JFF to block Dujuan Whisper from representing Jamaica? Just let's get that out the way right now. Let's get that out the way, people. We're back up and we're running. It's Friday. The squad is out. Same old. Instead of we just had a few new players in the team. We have a lot of injuries as well in this window, but let's see how that works out, people. Let's see how that goes. Let me know now, people, what you think. We have Richie Royal here to just basically clear this up. Richie, have you sent out a letter to block Dujuan from playing?
No letter was sent to block nobody from playing. No. Why would somebody want to do that?
But was a letter sent from your lawyer with any concerns with the player traveling?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Because the player has traveled to Austria and England without a parental consent by myself in either case, and people is going on as business as usual. Like I don't exist. The manager with Mr. Roy Simpson called me to ask me for my signature and I should provide it. I called the mother and said they had called me for me to provide the signature. I wrote to Mr. Butler stating that I would be more than happy to sign any documents pertaining to my son as long as a lawyer is present.
So you didn't send, did you send a letter to Mr. Butler or to the JFF?
Listen to me, this is from me. This is before Gold Cup, before Austria, all of those things. That is before then. So my lawyer is trying to reach out to him. So what he's been doing is trying to hide, play skip money, say he's not there, say he's in home, say he's in Belgium. You understand? Trying to skip these letters.
Butler are to the JFF.
Oh my God, bro.
You're hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Right. Now, before
You have an echo going on, JT.
No, I muted him. He's Webley. I muted him. Sound like him listen to TVJ News.
Okay.
So now, Richie, when was this letter that Mr. Butler is saying that your lawyer sent? Was there a letter sent by your lawyer to Dennis Chung? Let's get that clear.
My lawyer did not send a letter to Mr. Dennis Chung.
Or the JFF.
My lawyer sent a letter to the JFF and other sporting entity.
And how long ago was that the letter to the JFF sent?
It's been happening since May.
So the letter, I want to just the timeline, you know, people.
Right. These letters been sent to Mr. Butler, the mother. Nobody's been responding or nothing. They give them 30 days, they give them 14 days. Nobody has been responding. The only time people respond is when these people get the letter. 14 arbitration, Chelsea, UEFA, and JFF all got the letters stating what are how does it happen for a child under 18 to be traveling out of the country? What are the procedures, in other words?
Yeah, because that's well, the world sees that as kidnapping, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Mr. Butler don't see it as that, but to get that there, because I didn't sign nothing, I asked a lawyer to give me instruction on what to do.
Okay.
And he instructed me, and then I said, and he asked me, did I sign nothing? I said, no. Then he said, okay, he wants to get to the bottom of this. So we want to find out if somebody had signed on my behalf, because you need both there.
Oh my God. So then that would have been forgery.
Well,
fraud, basically.
You know that is part of certain people's system.
So, Jesus Christ. I just hope Mr. Butler not get himself in a world of trouble with that. Because if somebody signed, and listen, because people, just for example, my daughter is Swedish. And for me to travel from Sweden to Denmark, which is just 12 to 15 minutes on the train, I still need a letter from the mother. So,
thank you very much.
Because both parents have to sign. That's just international travel standard. So I'm wondering if oh my God, you know that, Richie, this can actually turn out to be quite messy.
It is, and we that's why we sent out letter for them to have mediation, and nobody paid no mind, neither the mother or Mr. Butler or Whisper. So I guess this is what's happening now, and this is basically blame on on me because anything that bad happened to the kid, I'm always the one. Anything that happened good, Mr. Butler is the mastermind.
Big up yourself, Jay Saguna, because this can turn out to be very messy, and I wonder how this can affect Dujuan. I wonder if this can actually affect the Jamaican Football Federation because he's traveling with the team. So you're
without the father's consent.
So has
I did not sign nothing.
So have your lawyer requested
So JT, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
To go to Europe from Jamaica.
Yo, Webley, bro, you're playing some kind of TV thing in the back. It's gonna get the channel in problem.
Yeah. So to go to Europe from Jamaica, a kid that is a kid, you need 2 signatures of the 2 parents. Then
anywhere you're going, even in Europe, crossing any border.
No. JT, make the man answer the question.
JT, who is this I'm talking to?
Mikey Ballin.
Mikey Ballin.
All right. I have never traveled with my son without his mother consent. Never. Not one time.
Okay,
no,
so
but
what I'm asking.
Yes.
So if the mother signed the paper and you did not sign the paper, is it proper for him to go to Europe? That's what I'm saying. One parent can give the permission and he can go. That's what I'm trying to find. Our 2 parents have to sign. The 2 parents have to sign. That's what I'm trying to find.
What?
For him to go to play for Jamaica, you need a 2 parent to sign the paper then.
To play for Jamaica. Jamaica is already in the Jamaica team or whatever.
No, but I need to play for Jamaica overseas. I mean, in Europe, that's what I meant. Sorry. To play for Jamaica in Europe.
When you're underage, you need a consent letter from both parents.
Richie, hold on, because I tell some experience with this. This is my field. I've gone through this. I'm in a court battle right now to get full custody of my daughter. Let me explain to you how this works. If one parent, it's not in Europe, my friend. This is international law.
No, but I traveled to Jamaica without any consent from my wife.
I just fly. But this is what I was gonna tell you now. This is
from US.
So this is what I'm gonna tell you now. Let me explain this to you. If one parent have sole custody,
that has to be done by the court.
A court will have to give him that.
You were taking custody of the child.
You have sole custody. No, Mikey and Richie.
Yes.
Not all times they stop you at the airport and ask for the letter from both parents.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's when they do stop you. No. Or if one of the parents call the airport and say my son is traveling with the mom without my consent, then they will stop them at the airport.
Right.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you're saying now. Yes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay.
So now if there's a letter though where someone has signed, and I think it's easy for Dujuan Whisper to go through with one signature of the parent because he's traveling with a national team. They sometimes they come in a group and they just go through to the airport and they all get checked at once, and it's like a breakdown where the immigration just sees it as it's probably legal that all the team potentially went through the legal checks already with the player leaving Jamaica.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So he was maybe never checked in Austria for that anyways.
And the immigration officer does a stamp passport because him says a team. Everybody look like them a big.
Everyone look like them a big man. Whisper look like him a 20 year.
So therefore, there you go. So therefore, I could understand him getting by because everybody Whisper is a big kid. So so I could see him getting by without them even question. Look at the date of birth. On the passport.
Yeah. So it's a potential thing where they didn't sign for, Richie.
JT.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my apology. Yes.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask Richie, this is Webley, the same person from Money's Man channel that was talking to you.
Yes.
So did you have any idea, or let me ask this question first. So this letter that you sent out to all the sporting entities, do you think that it affects the selection or the non-selection of Dujuan? Let me ask that question first.
Why would it affect him? All that would have happened. JFF would have for both spirit signature, and they would have to ask me to sign, and I would sign it. But because they don't want to come and ask me to sign, everybody are gonna try and turn and say this because JFF is now been instructed that myself hasn't signed no document at all pertaining to this.
Yeah, man, I do understand that. I do understand, Richie. I do understand that, So basically, it can affect it because from Craig's side, they're too bold or too proud. They're too bold or too proud to come. Go ahead, continue.
Okay. You're saying that all right. So JFF is gonna pick him still, and he's gonna travel to Trinidad for him to go to that. I need a consent letter from both parents. You right?
Yes.
You want your career. Or you want to go further in football, what would you do?
I would get all the person necessary to sign the document, especially the person is my father.
But because Mr. High and Mighty is trying to sell this Qatar thing, and because I was trying to sell Jamaica treasure to Qatar, it makes me the public enemy number one to all the Jamaican fraternity and all the Jamaican players that this is what I was going to do. I don't see Demari Gray playing for Qatar. I don't see Coutinho playing for Qatar. I don't see Lamar Walker playing for Qatar. This is what I'm trying to say. These people just go there to play professional football. Exactly. No, you're trying to sell a story and nobody not buy. But you still call it the youth don't get picked today. I felt bad about it. But when I feel worse is when this man is trying to say that I am putting a block on the child for the child not to travel.
Yeah, because I thought, Richie, that's another smear on your reputation again.
That is what I'm saying.
I thought that was another big hit again because this is something for people to run with. And I have to be brutally honest, people. It's the first time in history when I heard Mr. Butler said that I heard that a person can sell their son to a country. This would have been historic. I never know that you could sell your child to change citizenship. That is not possible.
But JT, move away from that. My point, what I'm trying to make, I wanted him to go to Qatar. He wanted to go to the English Premier League. You got him to go to the English Premier League. He's there. Why are you still entertaining this Qatar League with my name 24/7 at all costs? What does that do for Mr. Butler when he always continue trying to sell the Qatar? Okay, you're trying to sell it, nobody believe it. You're trying to sell it from December.
No, some people believe it, Richie. Many things and nobody don't believe it.
Richie, I'm going to ask you a question. I remember there was an incident with St. Elizabeth sprinter name. I think his name is Dennis. Or Sachin. Same was going to go to Bahrain.
He was going to, right.
But I don't understand. I think you have to be in a country for at least 5 years before
you
can
Bahrain
become a citizen,
has a program.
No, wait, Taylor, wait. But I think the law, I think you have to be in a country for 5 years. Not so.
No.
Is that the international law?
No. From the law. What JT is trying to tell you. Countries put up programs. Like Freddie Adu was born in Africa. All of a sudden, he got a lottery pick to become American.
In Malta, in Cyprus, if you invest certain amount of $1 million in a program, you get a Cyprus or a Maltan passport. If you invest a certain amount of money.
Well, in the US, it costs you $500,000.
Exactly. So you understand.
To get a US passport. If you can invest in a company, if you can invest in any company in the United States with $500,000 US, they will give you a US passport.
Exactly.
I know that.
Right. Yeah. Right. And some countries like Bahrain, they had the sporting equivalent of that. Where international athletes who want to change their citizenship and can compete at a high level, who have already competed at the high level, they can change their citizenship to an expedite expeditory process.
Right. Just to go through a procedure. You cannot.
to go through-
So, so
Go ahead.
now that Whisper was exposed playing in Jamaica, mashing up the Jamaican league and them thing there, he cannot just change to a Qatari citizen after he has all of his videos dominating Jamaica. Then, in other words, he would have to. Right, you would have to have some form of even living in the country for a while to really get that.
And again, both parents would have to approve
Sign.
this again.
Both parents have to sign again.
Yes. Okay.
So these things are not hard to understand in a Mikey balling. So this is what I'm trying to say.
No, but yeah, you see, the thing with me is just that I don't understand why the fighting and the you know, who, like I was telling Tia, I don't think everybody heard me. There's three sides to every story. I mean, you have your side, the other person's side, and the truth. You understand me? And
Yes.
people have to get together because you're the kid's father, right? So you have to take part in his life, because you're his father. So you have a say in your son's well-being, and people must respect that. I don't know what the truth is, and just can't just say things that is not true to hurt your standing in the public eyes.
Yes.
You understand me? If that is so, I don't know, because I remember, you know, you could be the one that's not telling the truth, and Mr. Butler could be the one. I don't know. I'm just in the middle.
You're just being in the middle, man.
Right, and I'm just being straightforward. So,
Right.
but you and your wife, I don't know if it's your wife or what, should get together with your son, talk about it, come together,
We
and then
have offered
as a
that
family, first as a family.
The lawyer had offered that, and they turn it down on more than
Richie,
one
you
occasion.
sound muffled, Richie. I don't know.
You see,
That
first thing.
offered. That situation has been offered more than one times by the lawyers,
Okay,
and it was turned on each and every time.
you see, so to me, you know, that is wrong, because you are the child's father and you have to be involved. Although I think a couple of weeks he's 18. A couple of weeks he's 18, right? So therefore he's out here, and then because he can do what he wants to do at 18.
Yeah.
So, but before, like, you know, up until he's 18, you should have a say in whatever he does.
No, but this is what a person decide that he should not play Manning Cup. And I said, why my son should not play Manning Cup? He's here in Jamaica. Let him play Manning Cup. He said, no, I don't want him play Manning Cup. I said, no way. That's not, you can't, that's not happening.
So he was going to KC then all this time.
Whisper said he didn't go to class, Mikey.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
He says his dad sort it out so him can play. It's the interviews there on YouTube, by the way.
That's not what he mean. No, that's not what he mean when he said that. That because I can pay for the extra lesson, you know, and all of the classes. I cannot go in that classroom for you, you know.
That is true.
You have to do that yourself. I cannot. When I drop you at school in the morning time, I cannot walk into that class with your lunch man like you're a baby, you know. I have to just leave you at the gate and leave.
Yeah.
So clear that up, Richie. Clear that up. So what was it that you had a program where you were paying for lessons for your son a couple of times during the week, or were these school hours?
From first farm, which was good extra lesson from first farm, Wednesday and Thursday, maths and English.
It can't be extra lesson if this is his lessons. It wouldn't be extra lesson. I'm asking you, was this his way of something similar to homeschool in a way, or private schooling?
It's just for him to get extra lessons. Extra lessons is what helped me. I couldn't read and write when I was 6 years old. And extra lessons is what helped me.
He did go to school. He did go to school. He did go to school, but he's saying that when he was in first form, he also paid for extra lesson, including when he was going to school as well. So that's what Richie's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't getting it from that from the interview, though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's what he
because
said, man. He just say sorry, my brother. He was just saying,
Yeah.
he just say, me never go class. That's what he was trying to say. I saw the interview. He
Yeah.
was just trying to say that he never really business ball class because he knows say
He
football
never go
at the
class.
empty.
But Webley, that's why I asked
Mhm.
Richie if the extra lessons were his main lessons, almost like a private lesson in a public setting. You get what I
Not from
ask?
what Richie. Yeah, I get what you're asking. Man.
Yeah,
I know
actually,
what
listen,
you're
come
asking,
on.
and to
Taylor,
put it- and
Taylor,
to
you
put
say
it
make a
on-
lessons when you go to
every
school at Jamaica
student-
region.
Let me just answer this now. Every student at Kingston College who doesn't have the average to play football, they give them extra
Extra
tutoring so they
okay.
can get the grades so they can play. That's all that happens.
Okay. Somebody else is in the Discord with a baby picture. Who is this? It says, I don't know if you want to join in. I don't know. It says D. I can't see the name. It's just saying D. So D.
Mario.
The Mario, you probably have to jump off and jump back on because we're not hearing anything from you. Because probably it's your first. Yeah, jump back on is make your audio start working. Let me read this comment from Ricardo. It says, I guarantee that is false. Of course, you can get residency or some form of permit to live there based on your investment, or might eventually get citizenship. Yeah, that's what most of us are saying. There's no way your kid just go to another country, boom, and get citizenship. And I don't know of Qatar having a football exchange program for citizenship for quality players. In the Dujuan Whisper case would have been the first time.
I guess the whole, all right, the Dujuan Whisper case, because I was talking to the Qatari. The Qatari was offering to Jamaica on their jersey.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear.
Are you hearing me, JT?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, Richie.
So they wanted Whisper as our Jamaican prodigy then. He's supposed to be the young by Mr. John Wall. And Whisper was introduced as the young one coming up. He's going to be the next best thing. Otherwise, so Qatar and Jamaica has a good relationship.
Okay.
Jamaica doesn't have a transportation where they can get from city to city, state to state flying. Our main expense is traveling arrangement. Qatar Airways was offering Jamaica to put on their jersey Qatar Airways as advertisement while they give Jamaica transportation to go to any one of their games.
Yes, sir. We asked Mr. Ricketts about potentially getting a sponsorship from an airline.
And that was what was turned on pertaining to Whisper. Not for Whisper to play for Qatar, but to help Jamaica.
And believe me, them have a bag of money. Them have a bag of money over there.
So Richie, this is new. This is new news now, man. So you're saying
This
that
is not new news. I just didn't reveal it.
no, for us. I'm saying this is a brand new news for us.
Yeah, right. Because if you listen to Mr. Butler's story, the story that he's trying to sell was that Whisper, for him to come to Qatar, Jamaica, down Westmoreland will get a $300 million stadium just for Whisper.
Really? Are them big moves that did I go on? So
That is what Mr.
So
Butler has
Richie,
been saying.
I said this on JD show a long time ago, Richie. I said, because if I was Mr. Butler and I really mean Whisper good, I would say, okay, me and your dad, we having problems, but for you, we're going to get together and make sure this thing works. How I feel about this, I think it's the money. As I said it, I said Richie is going to be a problem when the money for share. Because
yeah, and
that's how I see it. I stick by that.
That's when everything turned, because I gave my son his passport. I gave Mr. Butler my son's passport, signed the document for him to go to trial at Newcastle, and that's the last I've heard from Mr. Butler.
Yeah, I believe that the money, because what I said, I said most of the other kids, them that like Leon Bailey, he didn't really have, I don't know, his dad wasn't prevalent like Richie Royal in the situation. So I think the process was much easier, getting him signed, getting him moved, and the money move easier. I said it on JD channel, I said the fact that Richie Royal is so involved in his son's life, when the money and the cake fi slice up, and Richie Royal in the room there and him have sense, it's gonna be problem. Two kingpin cannot be in the room when the money are share. A problem. I felt that from early on, and I said it. Richie, hear me start them thing.
Yes, you did say it. You did say it.
Yes, I said
Because
it.
I have too much knowledge.
So Richie.
Richie, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Richie, I
Go
want
ahead.
to clear something because maybe you know about me from before. I made a statement back in about before the Gold Cup. And I said that Dujuan Whisper Richards only played against high school kids.
Correct.
And I don't know how good he is. So I wouldn't be forcing him on the Jamaica team until him start play against some people his age. Because
Big men, you said.
Yeah,
Yes.
right, big man. I said Man in Cup
Right.
is
I remember the
14-year-old to
conversation.
18-year-old. Do you know I get a call? Send me a fight against player.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to say that. And the real reason.
Were you
why
upset
them
with me
not
when I
cut
said that? No. Were you upset with me when I said that?
Maybe I was, because I was thinking
Which is the truth.
as a father, right, knowing that you want your son to be in the national team, you know, the knowing that he was picked out of the under-20 team unfairly speaking. I understand,
Richie,
and they gave an
that was an unfair assessment. That was an unfair assessment. I can
What?
say that to Mikey. That was an unfair assessment, given
Why?
the fact. I'm talking about fact now. Given the fact that he has played overseas.
No, this is before.
Given
This is before. No, this is before he even played for Jamaica. So you can't go.
No, I know, but he has been playing overseas. He has been getting the experience, and we could
My
have seen
friend,
that this young man.
my friend.
Well, let
my
me finish.
friend.
Let me
No,
finish.
let me finish. Let me finish.
Let him finish.
Let me finish.
So
Let me finish.
I'm
Let
saying
me
that
finish.
this is an unfair. You go
No,
ahead.
let
You
me
go
finish,
ahead, man.
Frederick. Let me finish. Whisper played Manning Cup for KC last year against some 14-year-olds up to 19-year-olds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
he destroyed them. That is a different thing when you play against 25-year-old man.
Can I say this?
Can I
Yes.
go now?
Where was Whisper coming from before he played Manning Cup?
I don't know. I said
So Richie,
because I said
that's the point I was going to make.
Guys, one at a time, people. We know it's a Friday,
And I'm
but
saying this now.
Yeah.
And at that point, Whisper became a different player.
Okay.
What happened from Whisper from 12 to
Yes.
14
Yes.
years old
Yes.
was Mr. Butler. Keeping him in shape. Teaching
Okay.
him the game as well. That has
Okay.
been happening from 12 to 14. There's
Mhm.
nothing at all Mr. Butler could have teach Dujuan Richards after 14 years old. It's God and his God
And his talent.
yeah. And that is all that has been happening. But what he's been doing, he's been holding on the child for his pension plan, or some man put it, because he doesn't want nobody else to achieve.
All right. So
let's bring in Webley. Let's bring in JD and Demario. Demario, you have something to say, and then we hand it over to JD. We want to get everybody involved. Demario, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, but I don't think I'm qualified to talk about this topic right now. When you go on to another topic, I will talk on that.
All right.
Thank you.
I like you're a respective individual. Well, you said JD. JD have a lot to do with this topic. JD, we're not hearing any audio from you. Are you there?
Yes, man, I'm here. I'm just listening in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good day, all of you guys. Big up, Richie. Hope all is well with you and the family, and you're holding it together. Yes. Richie talked all his talk, and Richie is the man that conduct his businesses. So I expect him to be accurate. You know. I do agree. I do share the same sentiments as Mikey. I don't think Whisper in the Money Cup. Remember when Money Cup started, I was the only person on planet Earth after Richie sent me some things and saying that he's gonna score 14,000 million goals. So but that can't evaluate, because even when Whisper went overseas to play, he was not playing with 25-year-olds, man. He was still playing with other kids, but other kids that are better equipped than the local kids them. So It was all kids, so he was not qualified to play with big men at no point. You have to improve and then play with big man after. But Mikey had no problem if Mikey said something like that, because I said the same thing right after that. Because I was evaluating the kid. The kid is a talent. He did what we expected him to do, because we wanted to prove, me and Richie wanted to prove that once you put an actual talented kid from Jamaica with overseas training, which is what he got in the college, and stuff, and also with Phoenix, those extra things, he's going to do extremely well. He played Coles. He never did much in Coles. People act like they want to avoid the Coles. He did play for Coles. He never did much in Coles. You understand me? And then as he learns and go on, he progressed and dominated the Manning Cup. So I think just give the youth the time to grow, send him places to learn and improve. You know?
All right.
Good kid, man.
And we're not gonna dwell on it in a JD. What we I wanted to ask Richie Royal, because the coach said that Whisper is not in the team because he wanted to basically revert back to his policy where it's all about fairness. But then Mr. Butler came out 2 minutes later and said that a letter was sent. A letter was sent to the JFF by Richie Royal to block Whisper from traveling with the team. So I wanted to know if it was the coach that was covering up and feeling guilty.
I don't think so. I think it's exactly what the coach said. That's one of the reasons. And we have to be honest to ourselves. We keep on matching up things. You have to, JT, I know you're a straightforward person. You have some people, them like to use propaganda and them like to extend dramas to cause unnecessary problems. So that is a part of it as well. But aside from that, if you lay out everything on the paper and say, these are the strikers that Jamaica has, you're not going to say Whisper is better than none of them now. He don't care what we're going to say. If he can shoot better than them, he doesn't have the IQ as the other guys them now, because it takes development to do so. So the honest thing is, we have other players that are not playing for clubs at this point. Damario Phillips, Ravel Morrison. We had Demar Green before, but no, we only have Ravel Morrison. So maybe the coach came down to Ravel Morrison not playing, Casey Palmer injured, Amari Bell injured, Pinnock injured, Connor Boyce Clark injured. So why are we not putting Ravel Morrison?
No, he says Connor Boyce Clark is playing for Reading this weekend.
Yes, yeah. He's one a little bit different, yeah. But others are injured, so you don't have it. You have more spaces, and maybe he never wanted to make that decision. But the excuse that he's gonna come to give for that decision, Whisper would have been on the list and would have been one of the main proponents for that decision.
Demario, mute your mic, Demario, until you're speaking, because it's playing back what JD is saying. Continue, JD.
So he couldn't left out a midfielder, which you would have needed a midfielder, to put in Whisper in the team when you have 50 forwards in the team. It would have just clearly seems that, you're biased towards this kid, and not want to field what is required. So he went for Kira Anderson, which is a brilliant idea.
Brilliant move.
And people should realize that Kira Anderson is 18 years old. He just turned 19 3 days ago. So he's just as young as Whisper them. And he's a professional player.
So JD, Ian Campbell is asking, isn't Demario Phillips clubless?
Yes, but I just said that. I just said he's not playing. He's not playing. So he's the only person that makes the team that's not playing. But he's always a filter for anybody.
I think it's pre-season.
He's club in Jamaica. Or it's pre-season in Jamaica.
His club is not one of the clubs that's in
the Concacaf thing.
The Concacaf thing.
So,
Okay.
So he's not active.
Yeah. Right.
But I've realized that they use him as a filter from the last qualifiers.
Yes.
From the friendly team. So we can always say Phillips is just the man. When you can't get nobody, you just patch in Phillips.
Yeah. He's like the Tupper Whitmore of the team. He's the Tupper Whitmore of the team. When you can't afford a coach, you just fling Tupper in there.
Yes. So no disrespect, Mr. Phillips, but that's what I saw them did every single time. Over 3 times now, they have nobody. they just called Phillips and fit him in. So I just think that Phillips came on, maybe he was not on it. It was after. People just look at continuity to see that Phillips came on this after. I don't think he was on it before. He was just on it
But
after.
JD, I think based on the game that I saw with Demario Phillips in Austria, he seems like the type of player who will push players in training as well because he's so hungry. You know those kind of players where sometimes players come into training flat and you have this one person who's just going full speed ahead. He gives me that kind of vibe, like an Energizer Bunny, you know? Like that guy that just keep chopping away at your legs for the ball, and you sometimes need those high intensity players sometimes in training. But then, as you said, they just plug him in there. Some people might ask, why don't you just plug another player in there like Ravel Morris who can potentially give you something? Let me go to Demario and then we go back to Mikey and Webley. Demario, what's your take on the squad? Is there anyone you thought should have been there who's not there? Or what's your overall take? You think we have the squad here to get the job done in this window?
Yes, we think we have a squad to get the job done. First, I have to big up everybody in the chat. Big up my thin skin friend JD. You know that I was watching Mr. Anderson and I see that something about this guy can do the job.
Raymond Anderson.
No, not Raymond Anderson. I don't want Raymond Anderson nowhere near the football. I'm talking about Kira Anderson.
Okay.
I think with this guy, we possibly can do a 4-3-3. That I think the best
Jesus
position.
Christ! I'm gonna play a 14 player play with man. Can you say 4-3-3-3? Cause them the 3 trees are 9, you know.
You know what I mean?
No, but me have to ask you because some Reggaeboyz fans out there pick some squad, brother.
4-3-3.
Yeah. All right, come on. All right.
And first formation for the squad, but people must be patient in what the coach is doing because not everybody gonna get picked the same time, and everybody has for different players. This player, and this player. Yes, you notice that the coach is building a core team, so you see certain persons just repeating and repeating. So you know those persons are a part of the core.
And I'm
team.
okay with that.
Exactly, I'm okay with that. But I think he's need to improve the attacking style and get the guys better attacking. I know that we can defend well if set up properly. We can defend well, but I am quite pleased with the team.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can go places with this young guy and try and get in Mr. Hutchinson if he wants to play. And from there, by 2026, we're supposed to have a solid team.
If we have the depends on if Raymond Anderson win, because I think if Raymond Anderson win, the coach will get fired.
And if I think Raymond Anderson win, no Hutchinson, no Greenwood, no Reese Nelson.
No. I think we in a lot of problems. But you still think, guys, Kira Anderson, I think I'm going to bring in Jason Guna here and then Webley and Mikey Ballin. Jason Guna, I went and looked at Kira Anderson, Charlton Athletics. It seems like he gets up and down the field. Hard tackler as well. You think he gives us enough as far as creativity and his passing ability going forward?
Yes, I think you have to remember, in the League One game that he's playing in, the speed of play is like 1,000 million miles an hour. Everybody is going at 1,000 miles an hour. I believe in the Concacaf region, it might sound strange, but in the Nations League, especially when we come up against like a Grenada, we're going to see parts of his game that maybe we don't get to see in a week out, week in level at the League One level. Because if you remember, most of those teams at that level, as I said, they play football at 1,000 miles an hour. So it means how fast can we move the ball up the pitch? And sometimes in the international level, it's not so cut and dry where you're just going to push the ball up the field right away. I think if you look at the last couple of games, Jamaica made a concerted effort to try to build more. And I think one of the issues we had with the midfielders was, even like a player like Casey Palmer, who is obviously very technically proficient, for some reason in our setup, he don't look as technical.
No.
And I think a part of it is the positions where he wants to get the ball to collect from the defense is not really where you want to collect it from. And similarly with Latibo there, he's not a central defensive. So I think it has something to do with how the midfield that we've been using try to collect the ball from the defense, why they have to go for long, for frequent. And I think that Kara Anderson, because he actually plays the position, you're going to see better in terms of building out, especially in the first game against a Grenada team that will be sitting off of us. So we'll get to see all of the skill sets if he gets a chance to play, especially in the first game. So I am hoping that the coach is not afraid, even though he has his age and he wants to go with some continuity, to use the kid in the midfield in the first game so that we can see him play against that opposition.
Okay, Mikey Ballin, does Michael Hector start in the next game? Does Michael Hector comes in and start? He's in pretty good form at his club. A lot of fans has been clamoring for Michael Hector to come back. He's now back in the team. What says you, Mikey?
No, he doesn't start. I'll tell you who I will start. I start Dujuan Bernard and Maps, because the man who made the two mistakes in the Haiti game, I wouldn't start him this game. I wait till him get back in form. God. That's what I would do. But I am not the coach. So, but what I like about the coach, what a change and a fresh start. We're getting 18-year-olds instead of 30-year-olds. We have to give the coach a big positive, big check, because we're getting teenagers, 21, 22-year-olds, who can serve us for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, which is good. And them committing went from them young. So therefore, nobody can say them not committed. You understand me? So, and I think that in this game, I think we should start the young youth in the central midfield there. And we know the front four, same front four, as that usually starts. And we have to use Greg Lee at the left, and I tried the New York City kid and the right back. And the captain.
Javen Brown is there again, people. The M5 squad is there. The migraine squad.
I'll start in the Grenada game just to see how this kid from New York City will play and see how he'll turn out. You understand me?
Huh? Can you hear me, JT?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure.
What's your take on the squad, Richie Royal? Is there
a very good squad? It's a very good squad. I mean, I can come on here. I was disappointed when I didn't hear Whisper name in the squad, because I expect him, because he didn't do nothing for him not to be in the squad. So, I expect him to be there. But other than that, we have to support the football regardless going forward. It's one Jamaica football team anyway. You have over 2,500 men to pick from, and you only can pick 23. So in any country, any squad that is picked, somebody is going to always believe that player should be in the squad and them thing there. And in this case, I believe that my son should be in the squad.
Yeah, but Richie, don't you think that all the chaos happening around the kid as well can turn the coaches off as well? They're probably like, this is a bit too messy.
The coach is the one who's got himself in that situation.
Jesus Christ.
Now, if he didn't
come back again.
He didn't listen to others trying to get in his ears, he wouldn't be in this situation. And then he made a bold statement stating that he's dealing with players that are playing. And then you're gonna pick a player because he's it's him own words coming to haunt him like some other people. You cannot say certain things and don't expect no repercussion.
Jamaican memory come like elephant, man.
Richie. One thing really quick, Mike.
Yeah.
One thing really quick. I just want to ask him, since we're talking about it again, because I wasn't on when Richie was talking earlier about the whole Qatar thing. But what I wanted to ask was, the narrative that's being put out there is that you want to take the kid to Qatar to go and play, right? And I am saying, I heard when you were breaking down everything, you made a point that I think is being missed by a lot of people. You said that the actual link to the Qatari folks was actually John Wall. Correct.
Yes, he's the one who called.
Running. Why is everybody not hearing that part of the whole equation?
Because they don't want to hear it, because they are already stuck into what, you know. And this is what I'm saying. If a man, if JT come on TVJ program and come out with loads of lies, it don't come out from the 7 o'clock news Friday night, say JT say these things on TVJ, you know. That cannot come back. Even if it's a lie, and you have to take it. Even if it's a lie, because it was said on TVJ program. No repercussions or anything is gonna be done. You just have to just know, say, yo, JT tell a lie on TVJ if you know the honest truth. And that's how it is. And that's what this person keep on doing. Going on these big platforms saying, telling these lies. As if people would not catch up on him or he will not come in. Because when you first initially, tell me, and I'm asking everybody on this program now, when you first heard about the Qatar situation, he had never once said it was done in Phoenix name. He acts as if it was me going behind his back to do a deal. And that wasn't the case. You knew about it. You had all right. You know about everything from day one.
Okay. Richie, I have something to say. Yes, I hope you don't think I dislike your son, you know. That's why personally, I like your son as a player. But you see, for me, you know, I like to talk like JT, like JD, like I see it. You understand me? And I see him play too. I didn't see the game against us in Austria because I couldn't see it. But the 2 games I see him play, him look good.
Yes.
You understand me? Him have potential.
It's potential. You're seeing potential.
Potential. As him but you see, some people, because him a push for them players, are them friend, are them area man, are them cousin, are them whatever. No matter what anybody say about them, if it's not positive, you're the enemy and you dislike the player. No. I remember, you know, what JT said, JD, everybody on this thing say is our opinion. It's not a fact. You understand me? Eh?
Yeah, man. So, you have a point.
So people must understand that nobody on this panel hate any player that represents Jamaica, dislike any of them. JT just said something about the right back. Name slipped me. Bro,
Javian Brown. M5.
Javian Brown. Him not hate Javian Brown, but it's my opinion on Javian Brown.
Yeah. And it's it's my opinion on his playing on the field.
Exactly. Because the next man goes to Javian Brown and said Javian Brown is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And it's my opinion on that too.
Yeah.
Nobody play for Jamaica, brethren. We want Jamaica win every game. We want Jamaica win World Cup.
And I keep on saying this, you know, enough people still not highlighting, and this is very important, and I want everybody to know. There wouldn't be no Dujuan Richards if there wasn't 2 players at Phoenix, Dylan John and Jamani Bell. Because these boys know how to pass the ball to him. Because you need supporting cast. It's not one man play the football, in other words. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes. You know,
not one man play the football.
And like
he need a supporting cast.
Like you said, Richie, the coach, I was telling JT earlier, but it wasn't brought. Him said it wasn't on the ear. You remember JT, I was telling you that is the coach causes on himself. He make a rule, and you have to stand by your rule. If you're not playing for your club, you can't play for Jamaica.
Yeah.
And why you picking Dujuan Richards if he's not playing for your club?
And Mikey, with what you said, I want to say I want to give this coach one warning. Coach Jaime, you cannot tame Mr. Butler. You see, now Dujuan is not in the team. Make the mistake and bench Leon Bailey. Or you see, for the same Mr. Butler will tell you, say you're a Lord Jesus Christ last week.
Listen.
I know, I tell you. Me see this coming now, you know. Because you see how he was excited. Dujuan is in the team. Leon Bailey, the coach of the team. You see, he came on 2 minutes after the
coach in
squad
world,
dropped.
The best coach in the world. This is a coach that have sense now.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
some of the
Me I
words.
tell you, make him bench Leon Bailey. The coach sense gone. I tell
You
you.
It just shocked me that you can't say nothing about certain players. And in a professional sport, there's a media man, a cost player. I am sure when Leon Bailey play bad over Aston Villa, there's some media, some paper, sports writer, something negative about him.
That is the worst place for bashing. You don't want to go to England and then bash you. You will go to your bed weeping and mourning.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. That the pressure of England different, you know.
So what you're going to do? You're going to attack the journalists, or because me and your friend, because me and your friend, you can attack me. I'm sorry. I said he didn't correction. He didn't call me. He sent me a text. Sorry. He sent me a text. You understand me?
Okay.
Me and Butler been friends for how long? From 19.
Oh, him while you up?
Yeah, man. Because when we make what JD says is a good statement. Yeah.
Oh,
The man texts me and tell me, say, boy, me and him not friend no more. Man, I take my talking like this.
Jesus Christ, people.
JT, I say this on your program too, you know. This man go for gunman for kill me, you know. This man go try.
Nobody with that. No, nobody with that. Nobody with that. But my friend and thing. But me not gonna go that. No, man.
Can talk. I mean, I talk it loud and proud. Butler send gunman for come kill me for my son, brother.
Jesus.
No. Come on. No, man. No.
People, you heard it here. People, you heard it here first on Sports Prophecy.
Craig and me may follow up. I think Craig are gonna do that something like that. No, come on.
That God Almighty.
Send your WhatsApp, let me send you the voice note.
Jesus.
Mikey.
Send it WhatsApp.
Mikey.
I send you the voice note. Yeah?
And the man in the situation, you know, you can't tell him because what you know from a person. You know.
I true Mikey didn't hear the Klansman recordings. Him not hear the recordings there.
No. No, sir. Not the young man that
You are reference Bullet from when he was a youth. But you don't know Bullet who head big and Bullet head now. The man head is humongous.
He might hand them grow longer.
No, man.
People,
that's not international media. This will go all over the world. Nobody said that.
Jesus Christ, people.
No, I'm not taking that either. Mr. Craig Butler send gunman for me.
Oh, no, hear it here first, people. You've heard it first.
Do that, and him go a one particular garrison where me and the man we run the garrison go to school, and when him call the man my name to the man say, no, I can't do that, I'm a G.
So them a run program for you?
Exactly. But I don't know say the streets no response.
When them a run program for Richie Royal people.
Right.
Yo,
No, sir.
Yo,
No.
but
Right,
Mikey, you see, money is a hell of a thing. Money will make all your own. You see, you will have a daughter where you love and a son and raise him, and him see say you're sick, and he make people convince him to murder you and get the money quicker, you know. And so money stay, you know. Money is a hell of a thing, though, you know, Mikey. You see that thing when you money.
Taylor, I will say something that I never said on this before. One of my siblings died just because of that reason.
See it there, people. See it there.
And the person that did it now was life in prison.
See it there.
And if anybody doubt me, Google my name, Balin, and you see it show up on Google. They're all over Google.
See it there? I tell you, money. Jesus Christ.
All right. So let me.
He also tried to adopt the youth, saying that I have been an abusive father all these years to him, and he's been the Lord Savior to
Richie, stop.
Why am I going to come up on this program and I say, stop it.
Yo, football serious, you know?
I don't know not hear them thing you not laugh, you know. Them thing you not funny to me.
Stop. No. Come go about Jamaica team now, because this is not too far.
Money is never the problem. It's greed.
You know, I wasn't the problem. You saw how long I've been kept quiet, and I came on this very show the first time and JT asked me the question. And I explained for people to understand. Because why would you, if you're a man in such a virgin or such a tuning, why would you would you hate him so much for you to be saying all these negative things about it? Don't you think I have a character to protect?
Yeah,
Everybody have a character protect. Yeah, man.
Let me say this, Richie. Richie, let me say this. People, this show is the religious hard talk of football. Sports profits. When you come on this show, because the most them can do a report me and close down the show with a close down the channel. Because them can't sue me, no, because them not nothing to sue me for, you know. What do you want to sue me for? My rent money? Them not have nothing to sue me for, so me not...
Man, them sue you for your Swedish...
So Richie,
sue me for my daughter.
Richie, may I ask you a question? So if a man send you a threat like that, do you show it to your lawyer?
Of course. And I've made a police report about it.
Jesus Christ, police report did it.
It's all been documented.
Richie Raya, Boss Thomas wants to know, who is Leon Bailey's father?
I don't know. I know he's alive and well.
Okay.
But I have never heard nothing about him ever. I know that such man tricked the mother and met the mother sign papers to adopt Leon Bailey. So Leon Bailey is actually Leon Bailey Butler.
Lord
in real life.
Almighty. So I wrong name them up on New Jersey?
All them time the media make jokes say the man last name about like actually true. My word.
Yeah, his name is his name. And when I went to Bayern Leverkusen match where I saw Ronaldo for the first time in my life and Leon Bailey playing, and I went up to the glass house where all of the executives of the owner, the table was there set for Leon Bailey Butler and family. That was written on the table. Okay. That was written on all.
Owen said he thought that Chippy's dad was dead.
No, he's alive. He's
alive. Laugh.
No, I have to laugh, people, because you have to take funny things, serious things, make jokes sometimes.
So you notice when such man is talking about what happened to Leon, he tell you that he saw his uncle got shot 8 times in front of him, and from then he never said his father. He said his uncle. So he omit his father.
Okay. So you think this was a case, it was a similar situation was going to happen to you? You were going to get axed from the situation?
It's a similar situation. And that is why I decided that children, boys, fathers, because I have a very good father. My father has been a police for majority of his life. But you see what him do out the road, I couldn't tell. Because when that man come home, you wouldn't believe, said the man there, I kill the most wanted man them in Jamaica. All the days of his life. Because he's just a father when he comes home. He's not a policeman anymore. And in learning that, I never yet once disobey my father in the fact that when him know that him say, him say, don't come out of the yard, I'm going to come out and get beaten feet and them thing there. That's a regular. Them thing there. But if him say, boy, this is how I want the situation to run and them thing there. I remember I thief out of the house one day. I go listen, DJ Khaled play the first time he came to Jamaica. He played on a song named Amplex Sound. And I was like, who's that playing? Because I hear the foreign accent. And I thief out of the house to see what play. It was actually DJ Khaled. So these are just the things that boys will be boys. And we do boyish things. But as we grow older, we have to curtail ourselves and make ourselves a better person.
Yo, and I have to just say this to all parents. You see, there are people who will come along and show interest in your child's life. But you have to be careful the amount of time you let your child spend with other people. Because even when you look at even kindergarten, there's a research that came out that showed that your kids in foreign countries will spend maybe 70% of their time with their teachers at kindergarten. So even before my daughter go to bed, we make sure she have to tell me everything we go on in the day. Because you don't want a day she come home and teach us so them can be a better parents than you for your pitney. Because there's some people out there who will literally start convincing themselves that they know what's best for your child. So you have to be involved in your child's life every step of the way. And here is
That is
also
true.
here's also a situation right now where, but I said that the fact that Richie Royal was so involved, that was what's gonna be the major problem. You know what I mean? That was gonna be the major problem.
So all right, let me ask Richard a question. Like, let's say now I'm going to sign with Chelsea next week or shortly, right?
Yes.
And Craig is the agent. Is that correct? That's all. That's all. He's the
That
agent,
is where you
right?
got it, yes.
No.
No, he's not the agent.
No.
He's
Let
not
him
an
continue.
agent.
Just let him continue. Let him continue because I'm gonna address that too.
Okay.
No, so
Go.
all right, all right. So I thought he was also the agent. Okay, so well, all right. So therefore, when him sign the contract, right, he's going to be 18. So
Yes.
therefore, the majority of the money is going to go to Whisper, and not the agent or the Phoenix Academy. Because Phoenix is going to get some rights off of him too. So
Yes,
what you and the mother get out of it? That's what if you want to disclose, that's what I want to find out.
All right. Don't you realize that this man is saying that I deserve nothing? Nothing shouldn't come
I
to
never
me.
heard that. I never. Let's say I live in New York, so I don't hear everything all the
All
time.
right. What he's trying to imply that nothing comes this way at all.
But
Just him,
that
his family, because listen, his Whisper's manager is his daughter. Whisper personal trainer is his son. Whisper's everything is aligned to his family and his family only. Nothing is aligned to a Richards or his mother.
listen, from what you're saying to me now, right? We have a person over here that it sound like.
Yeah. And
everybody know who that person is.
I seen this movie before.
But that there's a person in this country that it sounds like. That, when everything is signed into the one family. But as a father, you supposed to be, as the father of the child and the child's mother, supposed to get something, or Whisper supposed to make sure him take care of both of you. Because Whisper is 18 now, he can make him decision them. You understand me?
But that's Mikey, but that's what we're saying. The fact that Adessa then Whisper giving Richie something, somebody else have to go get less.
No, but Whisper going to get a whole heap in the future. You going to get so much and never know what they're going to do with it.
Jamaican thing, the money right now, up with the money right now, it's the short-term money now.
If Whisper live up to his potential.
So far,
listen.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Go on, let me talk. So far, Whisper has gotten some money, supposedly. The first thing that Whisper and Mr. Butler can talk about, do you see Whisper Benz? Why are you going to buy a Benz for the first money?
17-year-old?
Yeah.
A 17-year-old.
In Jamaica.
When he got stopped by the police, you're going to call my father's name because he's been in the force for how many teen years? A kid being stopped driving without a license. So you're going to call my father's name, call my police for how much years to get off the case. Why you don't call Mr. Butler?
Did that happen?
Yes, sir.
But I don't understand. But that is not the right value to show a young kid.
But that is what he's saying. Oh, Leon drive a Benz when he was that age. This Biden and all these things. He's not Leon, he's Dujuan. He's not the same person. Don't tell me about what Leon did. I don't want to hear that.
Anyway, Richie, but your son will say if what Mr. Butler is doing is wrong, your son will see the light in a couple of years.
I don't think he will, I don't think he will,
Let me finish.
I don't think so neither.
I don't think he will.
Let me tell you, let me tell you something. You can put a wool over somebody's eyes when they're young, but the older they get, the wool will start to move.
It depends on the level of brainwashing, Mikey.
Well, let me finish. And when it based on its potential, in the next 6 years, I'm 18 now, so about 8 years, the amount of money more collect based on his potential, I am saying, my opinion, is that him not going to know if to do with it.
But Mikey, my theory is this.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Let me tell this. That is if it's in his hands. All him
I
can
was
do.
about to say.
But check a sign name.
If it's not in
the
him
back-
hand, he can't do nothing about it. He
Mikey.
have to just shut up and
Mikey.
play. Him David
Mikey,
know say every
everybody,
time him kick a ball, a man gone with 15% of him kick. When the agency fee is actually 3%, a man want 15% because he want to go back.
And that's what Mr. Richie, my whisper mother, unless you probably know more than me, unless she is versed in reading contracts and know percentage and deals of players. From them drop $1 million in a fair hand, she all right. She cool down and she probably don't even know she could have been getting 30 million.
Right, because they're looking at 20 million when they should be getting 200 million.
That's how you hand it. And the next thing, brother, people don't see.
20 million is a lot of money for them here in Jamaica, you know. So they would accept it and say, yeah, I'm rich.
Yeah. And listen, in Mikey, you never see people own all them house and can't live in it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Some man get con in the contract, you know. When you get con in the contract, you would see a car, you see a house, him driving a car, and it's not even in his name.
It's not even in your name.
You know.
It's not house, it's not even in his name. Him not
You know,
him think within him heart, say this, it's all his, but it's not.
You know who's the perfect example of that? A Jamaican named Trevor Burbick, the boxer. What Dan King do with him was a shame. Dan King carry 100 man down a Jamaica for train. Without him.
Boss Thomas said to ask Richie Royal, JT asks if Whisper married Mr. Butler daughter if you're going to the wedding.
Mr. Butler daughter? I don't know about that.
Yeah, but just ask the people because but just ask anything you come in there comment, you know. Me know for somebody say my trust in God. Me know for a fact Butler hate JT. He wouldn't be the first, my friend. You mean that the power and bus with one whole heap of them.
You have to join the line.
You have to join the bus. We bus the pack. I see a Jamaica bus ram.
Yeah, back to front.
Yeah, man. People sit down and that people laugh on the bus, brother. Yeah, I don't think. Listen, as I said, I do give Mr. Butler his credit when it comes on to developing players. But as I said, the noise that he creates.
12 to 14. He cannot do nothing after 12 and 14.
No, I think I'm gonna be honest, Richie. No,
wait, Taylor, make Richie explain why you say after 14 him can't help them.
Because there's a level of development for players. 12 to 15. After 15, you cannot shout at these boys no more. At 15, 16, when they are going into their young man stage. You have to coach them a different way. He's still shouting as if they are still little boys. You understand? Still trying to shut up and press and hear me say press. But they say, coach, I can't press, my ankle swell. You know, hear me say for the boy, shut up and press. That's not how you deal with 16 and 17-year-olds.
No, but everybody else, Richie, let me just explain this. I think every coach also has their method, how they carry things out. Some it's effective for some, and that's so. As I do think, whether you think that Mr. Butler, the development stops at a certain age, I do think he has the ability though to market and pitch the players and get them in a position to kick on if they have the quality.
Well,
how many players Mr. Butler had in Malta?
I don't know the statistic.
Just give you an average, give you a ballpark figure.
I think at one point he said he had about 20 players in Europe.
Okay, let's work with 20. How many players is playing professional out of those 20?
No, when I remember that's where I tried to call out.
You know, out of those 20 players, how many is professional 10 years later?
No, but what I was trying to say to you, Richie.
Is a Malta professional league?
Richie, I'm going to answer the question with explaining to you that when the night when he was on the show and I was on the show and him tried to disrespect me. And he said something immediately about him having 20 players. And when me look, about 19 of them unattached.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying.
And I was like, yes.
It's only true. But my point of what I'm trying to say to you, is this something credible that he keeps players professional whenever you give them a chance? After 10 years? majority of these players are non-existent after 10 years. So
That's not his fault though.
Oh well,
because that's where the player have to take the onus on themselves to develop and improve.
But these are players that wanted by Bayern Munich and all those big clubs, you know. So it's not his fault, but he's putting them on that pedestal. So why are you going to put the players there then? And you know that is not, they can't go there.
I know one thing my friend always say, and was true up to about last month, is no longer true. Him is the only man ever player leave and played in a big league. Now the guy from Mount Pleasant is in Italy.
Yeah.
So therefore, somebody matching up.
What about that then? Does that say spell well for JPL and that we're doing good? We are doing something good here? Because I saw Trevantis Stewart first game. He didn't look out of place.
Oh, God.
He looked like he need to be in Europe a long time.
Well, you know, he's the first man since I think name play for Tivoli, Jermaine Johnson. Correct? Yes, since Jermaine Johnson, this was straight into the top league in Europe. I think Jermaine Johnson is the last person that goes straight from the Premier League to a top league in Europe.
So how about Shamar Nicholson? Well, you said top league, so you have a point.
Yeah, top league. Yeah. Shamar Nicholson went to Belgium. Well, Belgium is a big league too. I mean,
Shamar went somewhere before Belgium.
Oh yeah. He went to one of them Eastern European countries. Yes,
Slovenia or Serbia or somewhere.
Yeah, right. Yes, that is true. Right. But
hear these people. No, JT, Sophia man has not talked good about me for all these time. Why people think say me I go come on? Me look like a wuss to you for come on for just talk about the good he has done. He has never talked about me doing any good. So why must I talk about the good that he has done? I know that he has done things that is polluted. And that is what I'm here about.
But them time then, Richie, when you did just come on YouTube and me sound the alarm, you didn't even, you never see the light earlier. When me just sound the alarm from early in Richie. I mean, say,
just tell a man, JT, you did warn me, and you warned me among others, a lot more people, but I was also blind because I said I trusted this person because before I went there, he came, I said to him, I believe you can get my son to the next level. Can you do that? He said to me, yes, sir. I will coach him. He said, let me and you manage him together for him to go forward.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Because Richie is when I heard you speak, I said, well, it looked like Richie have sense. Then this is going to be a problem going forward because if it work with you in the picture, you can't have sense.
And I said to this, no, I was blind to the situation. I didn't know that this person was a narcissist. When I learned that he was a narcissist, it's the cry of a other player that I really opened my eyes and started listening to. Because when Dante Duncan, otherwise known as Buster, when we were coming from Real Sociedad, and first of all, Mr. Butler left me and 5 boys in Real Sociedad with 5 boys with 300 euro to come back. 300 euro, you know, me and 5 boys to come back to Jamaica. I'm supposed to feed them and everything and all that. Anyway, it was done. Plane strike. I remember when the plane strike, we went to Belgium, and I even called this other person in Belgium when I was there to say, yeah, I'll be in Belgium, but I don't know how long because the airport strike. And I was lying on the ground there. Whisper them was the younger one, so they gone up in the room. And I was lying on the bed on the ground, and Dante was expressing himself to me, and his heart was like, I'm done with this. I'm done with it. And I said, why? And I said, yo, imagine Real Sociedad B team wanted him so much. Then at that time, I think Xavi Alonso was the B team coach at Real Sociedad. And I remember every day the coach used to come pick him up at the hotel. That is to tell you how interested they were in this player. We normally take the coach bus with the rest of the players, like 4 of us, but they came to pick up Dante Duncan by himself. So they wanted him to stay there, and Mr. Butler said no. And the youth was like, all I wanted to do is leave my area where I come from and play football with my love.
So why couldn't he make that move?
Because Mr. Butler said no. Say he wanted 1 fudge. Say the club was offering 1 fudge. Mr. Butler said no. You have to take the 2 fudge.
Oh well, that was the Leon Bailey Kyle Butler formula with the JFF.
Right.
Yes.
And because of that, and that player at the time was the best player in Phoenix. So I see a player being the best player, and him say by the time a player reach 18, him should get in them contracts and shipping them out. And from 11 years back, I don't see this man sign nobody. The time before Whisper, it took 11 years for him to sign another player. Nobody else is getting a contract. So I see Ronaldinho daily. I go by the wayside. I see Buster going by the wayside. So me have to say, yo, me can't make this reach my son. Me need to do things. Me need to do something. You understand? And for that reason, that's where I started to gather myself and start to make sure that I do the things. Even the Manning Cup where you see him star up last year, he said no, he shouldn't play. In the middle of Manning Cup, here comes a letter from Ghent to say that Whisper would be going to Belgium in the November. Remember, Manning Cup starts September now. By November, he must say we need to go to Belgium in the middle of Manning Cup. And I said no.
Well, you know about a dad named Lavar Ball?
Yes.
Lavar Ball. I tell people, God no make all my daughter good at any sports because me are the coach too. Every coach have say, let's say what we are coaching them.
Coach can coach me, the manager.
Yeah, man. I didn't go and coach, but no paperwork now. Sign and them thing there, and we're gonna wrap up on this, but let's just because I like to keep it somewhat fair. With Mr. Butler, however, though, it's hard to keep it fair and balanced because him just always come with something new where it's just like, oh my God, man, come on, guys, let's just move on. I have to say though, with his ability to market the player. But I also have to say, on YouTube, I think Richie Raya has done a lot of the marketing when it comes on to Dujuan Whisper, because I knew about Dujuan Whisper through Richie Raya and JD them on his channel on YouTube. That's where I was introduced to the player. Richie was talking about the player. Then Mr. Butler, I saw him on another show introducing the player. And I'm like, all right. Can't wait for the Manning Cup season because we were only seeing clips and stuff of him playing in short games or what Richie would post on his channel, and you still wasn't, you would see quality there, but I wanted to see him in his entirety. After the Manning Cup season, we said, whoa, like Mikey Ballin. Huh?
What this person is talking about, this man have fine 2 player. You check out the name Kevin Cohen. He don't fine. He's tried to rob 2 players, brother. All right, let me just explain something here. There's something that called Dujuan Group. Dujuan Group lend you up to €300 for a player who's going to potentially be signed or going to get signed. What people like Mr. Butler do is sell players like Dujuan Richards rights to his jersey name, his name on any jersey, for them to collect a percentage of the jersey sales for the rest of their life for that loan.
For €300?
Yes, sir.
Repeat that, Richie.
Dujuan Group would lend you up to 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 300,000. Okay.
€300. 300,000 euro. What Mr. Butler do, and then they have 5 years to repay it back. You understand? What Mr. Butler do is put up these potential players. Because Dujuan Group have players like Neymar, right? Even Leon Bailey, right?
So he's selling stocks in the player or shares in the player before they even make it.
Right. So that is why these people seeing him spending the money on the same player, which is the same money. And he
But
doesn't know
Axel,
that
but-
he took out on.
Oh, and the
But-
player doesn't know that there's a lien on him.
There you go. Thank you very much.
There's a lien on his title already.
Richard, but the player have to be 18, right? Not the player have to sign to, or the player don't have to sign.
They will use the pre-contract to know this is a high-profile team. This is Chelsea, you know. So don't think that Chelsea now go put a piece of money under the table. Them just now go tell us, say, don't go to no other team, and you just shut up and not, and they don't put none. It just can't come on the books.
So there's a lien on Whisper already?
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ. How much them sell the stocks them for? With shares them.
Why you think Mr. Butler don't want me to see no paperwork so me know nothing?
Jeez.
Because this youth are gonna know, by the time him realize, him gonna find out say all him have to do is just shut up and play. Cause him have to make this man collect the onion bag.
Oh God, people. I wish everybody all the best. Cause we're gonna move on to something else in the show. I'm always like the fact that Richie Roy is able to have a
Yeah, it is business, but you just have to educate yourself about it. You don't run a business for a youth without him parent consent. When you run business for your force on them, go on to the midget them when you have. When you run business for Kyle Butler, him short, him too short.
well, yes, the SLR, the man IPO, the man put him player them on the stock exchange before and get an evaluation for the player them.
Why, Richie, you teach me some stuff that me never know about. I don't know people can't sell people name.
Wish
Yeah,
I
man,
could
them
get
can
Whisper pre. Yo, Joe Grind, you know the ships. You don't make some big money off of IPO there. Buy all the stocks them like Bitcoin for early.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think not people don't know that is what he do, but whenever he's doing it, he's not doing it in his name.
but I thought it was maybe funding from Leon Bailey that funded the whole operation.
That's what we were told, and that's what we think. He may do that with Leon asset as well, and telling Leon that, and Leon think he's giving back to the academy, but he's already taken out. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so I am the boss. How could you collect my pay for me to pay me back? How does that work? You're collecting my pay to pay me.
No, because me an idiot. Once you call me an idiot, it's like, you know, you have to collect my money first before me get it. It's like I'm an idiot, you know, or I've been properly brainwashed. This is only two things. But all I can say, people, I wish them all the best. But based on watching Whisper and the interview, Richard Royal, him under some serious brainwash.
Brother, Ricardo Badger, you know, see how me I come out bold and say it. You understand? I don't have a reason for lie. My conscience set me free and clear each and every day. And I said on this program the very first time when JT asked me, this is not for Whisper nor Leon Bailey. This is for any other kid that have a dream and a father or parent, either mothers, because the mothers are the one that they use mostly to manipulate the situation, that they don't go through this. How can your son be playing for the national team at 16, 17, and there's not a letter sending to the parent or parents to say, all right, it is be sending to the manager, or you to reach out to a manager?
Chris Smith, you're late, man. Richie Royal talk about Leon Bailey father. People, let's get the video to 100 likes. We're here for 2 hours already, and we only have 80 likes on the video. We're going to kick into another. We wish Mr. Butler all the best. Him say him have a number 10, a midfielder. He's the future of Jamaica. I'm trying to look up the play and see if... I want Richie Royal, before we move on to that, Richie Royal, let me see if we can get 100 likes. I want to know about the number 10 that Mr. Butler is saying. He's the next future...
that's the one. That's the one played for under 17 last year.
Midfielder. I don't think he sent him. He
didn't send him. All right. So that player is a very, very, very good player.
Okay.
Very good player. That player can play multiple positions. That player was also a Harborview player. Him. All right. Let me tell you that team. at Arborview, it is him, Socrates, Kevin Wilson, Denzel McKenzie, Diego McKenzie, which they are two brothers. He's the forward for Tivoli Garden right now, the leading goal scorer for Tivoli. This is the under 13 team now. Tyreek Zimenez. I said Kevin Wilson already.
So whether you the father there, Richie, that you they have a father?
Then so the problem I got start now because boy, I didn't want.
We film father. Because people we have to find out the film father there for early. we have to find him that for early, you know, because we don't want our next player pop up and him good again. Next thing you say we can't find him father. We need to source for him dad from early because it look like the father them gone missing as soon as the player them career start go up. Before we move on, Richie Royal, before you clear that up, people, let's get 10 more likes. Let's get the like up to 100 people before we can move on the show. Me can't sit down here, Sophie. 140 people up on the stream, and we're here for over 2 hours, and we still not reach 100 likes on the video, people. Let's get 100 likes on the video, and then let me get 100. Yo, Owen, hit the like button, brother. Hit the like button. 8 more likes, and we not gonna ask anybody more fee. We don't want to hear you. If you don't want to hear me, Owen, you know, go on a yard, man, on Friday, dance, keep. Go and go put on your clothes, man.
All right. So,
go get ready. People, wait, Richie. Me need 100 likes on the video. Richie, 2 hours me there. Sit now and keep out the road. Look out the door, Owen, if sit now keep out the door.
They like to come, man. Stop worry yourself, man. Them are coming.
No, man, we want security. Remember, I know we can't make the man them tricky like Mr. Butler and tell me about the likes them will come. We want to see likes them for now. More see likes them for now, Richie. Me have to stay on top of things. People, 8 more likes and we not talk about likes on the show again. It's 4 more, Richie. So I'm gonna have to bother stop the show.
I'm gonna tell you, so them dead already, just refresh your page.
Okay, we not reach 100 yet. 97. 3 more likes and we done ask more likes for the rest of the night. We just want it get to 100. Cause we can't have 140 away and we can't touch 100 bills on the video, people. Alright, we reach our bills now. Choppy line, Richie Royal. Choppy line. Owen, big up yourself, brother. Big up yourself. Boy, you know what, hear me. Alright, so the floor is yours, Richie Royal.
Okay, so the player is a utility player. He can play everywhere. And I can say this, he was given an opportunity to go to Tottenham.
Who are we talking about now? Who are we talking about
No,
now?
don't call the name. Now call the name.
Oh, it's a player that,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry about that.
You asked about Denzel McKenzie. I'm talking about Denzel McKenzie.
Yeah, that, so Mikey Ball not saying not call no name, me ask
Yeah,
you.
we are calling him.
Oh,
So
my
he had a chance to go to Tottenham when they went on the first English tour, him and Whisper. But there was an added player that Mr. Butler wanted to add it onto that contract as well, which is his stepson, Mr. Parental, Dante Parental. And because they didn't add that player, Whisper and Denzel didn't go to Tottenham. No, they came back to Jamaica. Before that, he was at Arborview before that. So let me tell you, Arborview, then he went to Jamaica College. He's a Jamaica College player. And at that point, I think COVID came in and he switched Denzel McKenzie and about 4 other players from JC to Mona. That's when the rules start to get looked at because he was planning to deplete Jamaica College team because he always wanted that team to coach so bad. It was his dream. It is his dream to coach Jamaica College. I'm talking loud and proud. I'm talking that his dream for coach Jamaica College. So he took the players. When he took the players, the new rule came in. Mr. McKenzie is one of the top players, so he will be always in the quota. So Mr. McKenzie is now playing for Mona.
Okay.
So that is how is he as a player? Tottenham Hotspur wanted him at 14. So that would say a lot.
Okay. So where is his dad?
I can't say. You know why? Because the father, he's not my child, so me can come say certain things. But what I will tell you, when he was supposed to come out of that volatile community, I was the one that went for him under gunshot and siege of gunfire to carry him to Phoenix.
Okay.
So that is where me and Mr. Mackenzie is coming from. So I'll say that much. But he's a very good player. Very good player.
Okay. And you think he's, based on your evaluation, you think he has the potential like a Whisper? He's in that realm?
All right. Look, you were told about Whisper before the Manning Cup started.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
You get your result?
Yes.
All right, then. Wait for Mr. Mackenzie's result.
Yeah, because I don't
that
have...
good.
Okay.
Is that good?
No, you have to wait on it because I cannot judge or say he's that good or he's that bad. When you say a player is good, he lights up the Manning Cup before we even start. Who's the player lighting up the Manning Cup now?
I don't know. The Manning Cup's a bit flat to me.
Right. So there's no player lighting up the Manning Cup like what happened last year. So is he at the level of Whisper? That is the question that you asked.
Okay, so that answers my question.
Thank you very much.
That answers that question. Wish them all the best, Mr. Butler. Keep pushing out those talents and, keep doing what you do. We're going to support the players regardless of how Mr. Butler feels about these discussions or how we feel about Mr. Butler. Whatever talent comes out of Jamaica and they're representing us, we are behind them 100%. And I also said it that time to Richie Ryle, when Whisper start play, when they must shoot up the place, we're going to be on the sideline, be like, that's a Jamaican. But that doesn't take away our right on our from critiquing a player based on how they play. Are they playing well? Or are they not playing well? We're not in this thing for friend thing. It's football. It's all about opinion.
Win this for Jamaica win.
Yeah, win this for Jamaica win. That's why me say that. If Mr. Butler provide 100 the next best 11 players, I want to see all of them out there. If he has the best 11 players on the island, put them out there and we get the result. I guess we just have to deal with listening to him. That's just some we'd have to live with. You know what I mean?
But you don't put the 11 out there as an 11 package. They have to be the top individually at each position.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be just 11 just because.
No, man, you know what I mean, man.
Right, but this is but I have to clear it up, because some people think that the man is the best. He's done this, he's done that, and that. Fine, good, but do you have good, better, best?
No, man, players are like hit songs, You don't know that Richie, man, music thing, man. You can make 100 songs and 2 of them fire.
And the song where you think was gonna be the hit, it don't make it.
Yeah, exactly.
The one where you're not paying attention to, and not make it.
You have some song where creep up, I have some song with good marketing.
Better football. We just want Jamaica to have the best side possible because we want these 6 points. And if that is the team that the coach will, we just have to support the team regardless of who they pick. And I said this before, and in every country, even England, when England pick and you look and you see Jordan Henderson and Harry Maguire same way, they still curse them out in England. Don't think so, don't get cursed out for it. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Everybody has always have their player that they want to be in it. Mm-hmm. Everybody.
Under 20. Richie, let's segue, because we know Mr. Butler take over his show again. Every night, I give Mr. Butler out on my show. So I'm never going to stop it, though, people. I'm never going to cut out something. But I think we have put this to bed because there's no way we could have gone without discussing this. The big news out of the press conference was no Dujuan Whisper in the team. That's just the fact of the reality. And I'm looking at the comment section on...
That I got blamed for him not being in the team.
Yes, exactly. I heard that Richie Royal, they must send letter, drop note, and the player can't go on them thing. But I was reading some of the comments.
No, Taylor, I want to correct it here. Nobody said Richie Royal said notes. Him said some people.
Richie Royal's lawyer.
No, I don't think he mentioned in the law. Him says some.
No, he said the lawyer. Their lawyer send a letter.
You did say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He said, okay, I missed that part.
Yeah,
Then
man.
I
More
forget
watch
that
it,
part.
man.
I forget that part. Then sorry, I forgot
The
that
same
part.
lawyer said it. So that's why I hear Mikey was asking Richie that. Did you send a letter and when was the letter sent? Just to clear it up.
But this is it now, brother. What when the lawyer send letter for mediation for you to deal with it amicable? What to those lawyers' letter? Why you didn't react to those?
I think me gonna leave that one there to the court, the Privy Council, you know. We're not gonna take that one and go to the Privy Council, you know, people. The case look like it's bigger than Jamaica.
Yeah, but can we talk about the Jamaica team now? So the team look balanced,
Yeah.
almost balanced. I should
But
say.
before we
Almost
reach
balanced.
there, Mikey, let's talk about the under 20. Just something about the under 20. Ian says, don't be surprised to see the under 20 squad without a single man in cup or the Costa Cup player. And it goes back to what I said, Richie. Is there any player making any noise in the Manning and the Costa Cup? Do you see any talent that you think can be in the under 20?
Of course, man. You have to you seen it too, you know, and then don't pay attention to it because him play under 15. Under 17. Jamani Bell. There wouldn't be no whisper today if all those videos that I showed you when I was introducing the whisper to you. It was two players that was assisting most of those goals. Jamani Bell and Dylan John. That's the number 7 for JC. And Jamani Bell is a women's player who is no longer with Phoenix because of what the father saw happen with me. So he'd make sure that it doesn't happen with him. Because if he's gonna check the ratio, if this man want boss a player every 11 years, that means Jaman and Bell now boss until the next 11 years. Because check the ratio of how his players been.
Jamani Bell, is that the small kid who scored that goal in the opener?
It's a short kid.
Okay. And he's at JC now, you said?
No, I said he's away. The number 7, I said 2 players is the 2 players that make Whisper who he is today. Jamani Bell and Dylan John. Dylan John is the number 7 for Jamaica College.
And where is Jamani Bell now?
He's away.
He is on tryouts or something like that.
No, I mean, he did well in the.
Okay. We heard Richie Ryle internet.
Scouts and coaches were called go through him. The father decided.
Yeah, Richie, your internet. Okay, your internet. We heard nothing that you said there, Richie.
Correct.
We heard nothing you said there. But yeah, that was that, people. That segment, the squad now. Michael Antonio. This is an opportunity for Michael Antonio to finally get some goals. And Shamar Nicholson. How confident are you guys? Let's start with Demario. Yeah, finally, yeah, but we're gonna move on from that now, Richie. It was a bit shake. Well,
getting some calls.
Yeah, Demario, how confident are you that Michael Antonio? I still don't know if Michael Antonio is gonna be there. He didn't play last night, and we are hearing little injury rumors. I have to wait and see if he's gonna be there. The coach said he's gonna be there, but it's a wait and see for me. And then we go to JC Guna and Mikey Ballin.
What I noticed with Michael Antonio, when he's certain that he's going to be there, he posts the team on his Instagram. I haven't seen him post the team as yet, so I'm not quite sure if he's going to be there. But if he's going to be there, if the coach set up the midfield the right way, played him off Demario Gray, then I see him scoring some goals.
Who starts in the midfield for you?
My midfield, my midfield is Anderson, Johnson, and Latibodier.
Oh, you're starting Daniel Johnson. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well,
I think Jonathan Russell has been in good form, but it seems like the coach doesn't like him like that because he has scored 2 goals in playing from the DM position. So I think he would be good in this game if we have a pivot, someone that can pivot behind him, so that can cover the space behind him. But it seems like the coach doesn't like him.
Mikey Baldwin, we're having problems scoring goals. Nothing new there.
Well, no. Well, listen to me now, boy. I don't know what we Jamaican have against Bobby Reid. Every time a man pick a side, them leave out Bobby Reid, and every time the coach pick the side, Bobby Reid in there. So, no. Anyway, I think I'm gonna start the young man and Bobby Reid, and go with Latiba there, and then the back line is you're going to be Greg Lay, and I will go with Deshaun Brown and Maps.
Deshaun, mine mix it up, you know.
When name, you know, Meta, the youth from England.
Deshaun Bernard, okay.
Bernard, sorry, Deshaun Bernard, you're right. And the youth from New York FC, Gray. And then the forward line pick itself, Bailey, if Antonio is there, and Gray. The front 4 now go change. That's a permanent fixture in a Jamaica for the next year. And there are a lot of people picking Jamaica team and leaving out Bobby Reid. I don't know why. And every game this coach.
To clarify, my selection, I did not leave out Bobby Reid in my selection. I always list the midfielders. I wouldn't play Bobby Reid as a midfielder.
Where do you play Bobby Reid then?
Front line, then? So who went leave out on the front line?
Mr. Reid, Mr. Antonio, and Mr. Gray.
So you leave out Leon Bailey.
That's it.
Oh. Okay, then I apologize, sir. I apologize.
Stand corrected.
Stand corrected.
Yo.
No, well, my front 4 going to always stay the same. Bailey, Anthony, Gray, and Bobby Reid until I see somebody who can replace them 4. I'm not seen nobody yet. So that is.
So what formation are you playing?
Me? Yeah, you're asking me?
Yeah, what formation? You said front 4. Aren't we not playing a front 3?
No. No, well, this is Bobby Reid playing behind Anthony. That's why I call it front 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So them four is always going to. This coach will always start them 4 as long as them available.
Up jacket.
If all 4 of them available, all of them available, those are the 4 that are going to start up front.
Steven, you can click the Discord link in the comment section and join the Discord. It's a Discord link. Just click the Discord link if you want to join, and you can have your voice heard.
And plus Bailey looked good when yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Him looked good. So him go play again. Him go start again.
And yeah, because I didn't watch the game. So Bailey look fit again.
Yeah, him look good. Yeah, him look good. Yeah, I was injured last week. So I hope Anthony turn that though, because listen, you see me? I love Shamar Nichols as a player because he always gets in the position to score. Boy, I don't know, but him can't just put the ball in the back of the net. I thought him always you see, the difference between him and Anthony, is Anthony not in the position to score. But Shamar always find himself in the position to score.
Yeah.
And him always just get it wide.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, Shamar Nichols.
I like him against PSG. I like Shamar Nichols against PSG. His whole of play was very, very good.
Yes.
Very good. And his passing was very, very good.
But him get couple chances and never put them away.
He just can't put the goal, score the goals. He just can't put the ball in that back.
Yeah, I was in a position to put the ball like the ball love him. come in here, the ball just find him.
Joe grind no easy, you know.
But I see him making some runs in the game that normally I don't see his teammate giving him ball or looking at those runs. So if they could have given him those runs that I see he's trying to make, then I feel like it will be more lethal.
Okay. But boy, I love him, boy, but him have to get too much chance to score one.
Yeah, I still think we're struggling to score goals, and I think for me it's a formation issue. And I did a show the other night, guys, with how Pep Guardiola approaches attacking football, where he brings up one of his centre backs to basically act as a midfielder when Man City is attacking. That's something that a Michael Hector could do in a way, but then I have problems with Michael Hector defending. I think Michael Hector always have some kind of mental breakdown in the defense, and he just turn over the football in the weirdest position.
Yes, Michael Hector. Nice guy, nice attitude, but I don't trust him back there.
Yeah. That's you see, he come like somebody you see what going around your house back, and you have to look through the window and say, I wonder where Hector going around this again. Me not allow him around there, no. Lock a gate there. If you lock a gate, I don't know where Hector going around your house back. Lock that gate there. Yeah, lock the gate there. I don't know where Hector going around your house back.
Hector's a good youth, but he makes some mistake. Well, Damian Lowe make 2 last game too, so what we gonna do?
Hector played better than Lambert. Big up yourself, man. We're gonna get to you, Dan. Let's see what Jay Suguna, what's your take on the team? We can't score goals, brother. I think it's a formation problem.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think a part of it is when we play some of these teams, it's clear that we're outnumbered in the midfield a lot. And Mikey is actually right when he says front four, because I think that's one of the issues. I think the coach is going to have to, at some point, maybe play a front three and have a more dedicated actual midfielder. So maybe we can see the progression a little better. So I think Mikey never mean to say front four in that way. But that's actually how it actually come out on the field.
Exactly.
Because we're always a midfielder light. So him right to say front
four. We're missing,
Yeah, so I think to his original point, which the caller clean up and say, well, another thing the dad was say, him that was say Bailey on the bench. And I think he's going to have to sacrifice one of those 4 for some of those spaces that we're not seeing occupied on the field to be occupied by a midfielder that can actually bring progress the ball forward.
All right, let's say Anthony don't make it. Who you still start Shamar and leave out one of those players, sacrifice one of those players?
Yes, because I think even though Bobby Reid is a Swiss Army knife, I don't think Bobby Reid as a central striker in a front three is the best thing to go with. I think that Shamar give us more in terms of just occupying the back to the centre back pair in the other team and pushing the line back and holding that line. Bobby obviously give you more in terms of just picking up the ball in the pocket, but I think Jamaica really need that out and out striker to push the line. So Shamar, especially 1 month after not being match fit at all, you see him playing against PSG, finding space, playing through passes, getting shots on target, which he wasn't doing for us. I think with that month of training under his belt, playing against the competition and playing against, I think if Antonio doesn't come, Shamar Nicholson have to start. That's just my personal opinion.
I got a question. Why when I went call like a player now, when Bailey playing for Villa, him look wonderful. When Shamara play for Fame team, him look wonderful. When they play for Jamaica, them just like them switch off.
No, because Leon Bailey doesn't play for Jamaica.
Of course he does. Play that stop, man. Stop.
No. Chippy plays for Jamaica.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, what I was going to say was, I think a part of it is, right, when you're playing football in a system that is clear and you know what you're doing, it eliminates a lot of the guess game when you play football. So that simply means your reaction time when you get the ball will be faster because you know where your teammates are. Your runs will be more decisive because you know exactly where the coach wants you to run. So I think a part of the issue is that, like, maybe there's not a clear enough instruction of how we want to attack certain times. And also, you have to keep in mind that at the international level, with them not having as much time with the players, no matter how good the system is, it's not going to translate as well. So it leaves more room for the players on the field to interpret what to do. And what's one of the main things we always say is an issue with Jamaica's footballers in general: football IQ. So that simply means the more space you give a Jamaican player to make a decision on their own, too often they're going to choose the wrong decision.
Yeah. We maybe
you eliminate the guesswork out of that, and you just say, okay, this is what I'm going to do when I get the ball here, or here, or here. We are technically proficient enough to pull off the duty that we need to do. But when you include into the situation now, okay, if I get this ball, I can do A, B, C, or D. That is where we're going to run into problems.
So since we have an IQ problem, we maybe have to get QQ as a part of the coaching staff. Making Lenny one of them Q there. Because we're missing a Q. But yo, fun and joke aside, that Mexico game that we played, 2 out-and-out striker up front, we look quite competitive. We looked really competitive in that Mexico game. We matched their intensity and they had 2 strikers to worry about. I don't like this lone thing where Mikel Antonio up front and fight for the ball, bro. I think when Mikel Antonio finally gets on the ball, as Mikey Ballin says, he's never in a goal scoring position because he spends so much time hustling and bustling to get the football. So I think if he has another striker up there that's playing out and out striker with him, where they rotate in that movement, and they did that in that Mexico game that we matched Mexico intensity.
You remember the midfield in that game, JT? The man who you don't want to play at all, you know. Is him and Ravel was in the midfield that day, you know.
Who me no want playing at all?
Daniel Johnson, every time his name comes.
Daniel Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel Johnson was in the midfield in that game.
Yes, because Daniel Johnson and Ravel, remember Ravel gave away the penalty in that same game where we played 2 striker. And it was Daniel Johnson and Ravel Morrison as a double pivot.
Yeah.
So you want to know a reason why the attackers were getting the ball in the right areas? So we had 2 ball handling players in the midfield. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
So the coach made a point, you know. And it was crucial, and I hope the fans did hear him. The man said, when you have a team, you cannot expect the team to do everything single thing at peak level.
Yeah.
Them can't be a counter-attacking team and a possession team at the same time. Them can't be a defensive team and have the best attacking at the same time. You have to sacrifice certain things in your game plan. Yeah. And in that game, what he sacrificed
was any destroyers in the midfield.
Bro, what you just do to your mic?
Why?
It just sounds amazing now, bro.
Yeah.
No, because me that use earpod and now me just talk direct, you know? So it probably a lot closer or smoother or better, I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, what me that say basically is he chose on that day to go with midfield distributors, and because of that now we're cussed because Ravel gave away a penalty, because obviously that is not Ravel thing that him do great. But on the flip side, when you look back on that game, we had a lot of opportunities where we advanced the ball in good areas in that game, more than I can ever remember in the Azteca. So you have to sacrifice something at some point, and that day we weren't as solid in the middle, but it looked better going forward.
Yeah, we did. But I would rather, I can live with that. I can live with that.
Well then you should not be beating down Daniel Johnson playing then.
I think another way we could solve it is that normally Mr. Latibody plays centre back, right? So him playing in that middle of the park, the 4-3-3 middle of the park, when the team is attacking, he drop between the two centre backs and allowing the left back and the right back to go forward. So we don't get outplayed in the midfield. And Mr. Anderson would have sometimes play as a 6 and a 8.
And I think Greg Lee has been scoring at his club as well. I'm excited to see him because he's a left back that goes a bit more. He goes forward a bit more than Amari Bell as well.
And he got an assist in that same game, I think.
Yeah. So we should at least. I think we should at least give Grenada 3 at best. I think we should at least give Grenada 3.
Let's hope the field is good.
They're playing in Trinidad.
Mikey.
No, Grenada playing in Grenada.
Oh, the
Grenada playing in Grenada?
It's the Haiti game is in Trinidad. Oh my.
Yeah.
A cricket field we are play upon Ambrose them and Courtney Walsh them are gonna play.
A pure rockstone on the field.
Oh, my God. Again and again. But I think, as I said, still it seems like our coach will, but the coach elaborated on that again, Jay Saguna. Defense is his priority. As you said, do one thing good. I think he wants to defend very well. For me, I want to score as much as possible because that's what wins games.
And I think that's why that's why with the way he want to play, where he want to make sure he have those 4 attackers. That's why it's so disjointed at times. Because him go from one thing in a where 2 ball, then every time now you see sometimes he give you Lambert and Latibo there, so I'm going the complete opposite way. And the last window is the first time now I see him play 1 ball handler and 1 destroyer.
With Casey
so
Palmer,
a little bit better, yes. But I don't think him find the exact match yet. And I think the true breakthrough is gonna be when Latibo they're not playing midfield and him actually playing defense.
Yeah.
And we'll find 2 midfielder for play or 3 midfielder for play. And Latibo they're actually defending.
Yeah, I think Latibo there should play right back.
Yeah, he can play any position on the back 4 and I'll be fine with it. Left, center, back, right, center back, or left back or right back. He can play any of them as far as me concerned. But I don't think that we're going to get the best out of him as a player if we keep playing him in midfield.
Yeah, we don't want to say that we go forward.
All right, so you take out Latibo on the midfield. Who you going to start Lambert then?
Yeah,
Lambert is slow for the midfield.
In this squad, I would say Lambert would be the one in terms of just continuity, and then you can put Kerai Anderson with him, or you can put Daniel Johnson with him, either one. But I would have more like maybe a Kerai and Daniel, because I think Kevin Lambert and Kerai kind of similar in a way.
Yeah, he gives you nothing going forward, Lambert.
Exactly. So I don't know if you want to just have Lambert there for solidity, but I don't really think the Grenada game is going to require too much of that. You know, I think this game you want to be on the front foot because Grenada are going to sit back, so you want to have ball handlers who can pick the lock them. So, you know, I don't know if it requires 2 of them in the one game.
I think he might start Lambert in the Haiti game, you know, just to nullify that or to shore up that Haiti doesn't hit us with 2 early goals. I think we might see him do that in the Haiti game and then start loosening up second half when we kind of settle in more into the game. I think that could be potentially a strategy that he walks into that game with.
Well, I think based on his Gold Cup performances, I think it's the best I've ever seen Lambert play for us in that tournament.
Played amazing.
And I think one of the things that I noticed was he's not really terrible on the ball.
No, like he's just very conservative. He's very conservative.
Yes, he plays safe. But what I did enjoy was when he did decide to play a forward pass, he looked like he had an eye for the forward pass. Now, if it's just confidence on his end to say, boy, I can play the pass, then we need to work on it. But I don't think is somebody that could never give you something going forward. And for a long time, I had that impression of the player. So I think there's more
that
in
lucky?
the player that can.
No,
I
no,
think there's
no.
more in the player that can come out. No, Lambert, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But if you
Guna.
remember
Yeah, go ahead.
if you remember the Saint Kitts, the Saint Kitts are the Trinidad game that he was the one pressing and Mr. Latibo there was the one sitting mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And he pressed very well.
Yes.
So against a Grenada team, I think he can be there to do that pressing job as well because it's not that high quality like a Mexico and a USA.
Yeah. And I said that if for Kevin Lambert to take his game forward, if he could just develop at least 10% more of moving the foot and be more certain going forward with the ball, I think because he did something in that Gold Cup that was exceptional that we haven't seen a player done that for Jamaica. When he went in for tackles, he didn't miss. Every time he went in for a tackle, he took the football or broke up a play. He just looked like a giant out there. Because a lot of times you don't have players with that size and body playing those kind of so high up the park, you know. And I think he was a great disruptor for Jamaica in the Gold Cup. But because we didn't have the creativity coming from other parts of the park, our creative players are actually spread wide on the wing. It kind of limited us in a lot of ways. Dan, gonna give you your final say and we're gonna wrap up 1 a.m. my time. The show is going over 3 hours. Go ahead.
My say with the team still the perfect man for playing at the midfield. Number 10 position is Gray.
Okay. All right, people.
Sorry about that. I would use Gray as a number 10 in our team and put Cephas to Gray position. And Gray playing at the midfield. He had a perfect number 10 fluid.
You have got bench Bobby Reid.
Yeah, I don't know, but I would bench Bobby Reid. Yes. Put Gray at the 10. Cephas with him speed. Can cover up for Gray over there upon the wing. Gray can dribble the ball well. Him can pass, get past the defender them through there in the midfield and slip the pass them through.
Jesus.
Easy,
God.
and him can hold up the ball well. But with the new team, I would have started the same 4-2-3-1 or the 4-4-2. But I think with the team still, what the coach will focus on is just we just have this perfect front three where it just dead here. And them work as a front three alone and them just focus on that. Then you have man a drop down from the forward and it just kind of disorganizing in a way in the last match then. When them go up sometime man I know them position who for go back, get the ball in and them thing there.
Yes.
All
right.
I would have put Go as a perfect 10 and Johnson and but I put back Latibo there, the youth name Kian Anderson as the number 6. Lee, Lowe, and Bernard another back line, and Lemby Kisa right wing back.
All right.
So who are the other 2 players then on the field?
Bailey and Antonio.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks. It's another Friday night, another wrap up. The squad is out. We can just go and digest it for a few more days and stuff, and we see. Hopefully everything works out. Hopefully Michael Antonio is there. I'll be keeping my eyes peeled on whether or not he is there, because there was a few injury buzz around Michael Antonio. No Premier League tomorrow, right? Do we have Premier League tomorrow? Yeah, we have Premier League tomorrow, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Premier League tomorrow, guys. Yeah, Premier League. So sometimes we excited about Jamaican squad. We think that tomorrow I match. Jesus Christ. Jaja. So yeah, Premier League tomorrow, people. Let's hope. Is Claremont playing tomorrow? Is Cephas playing tomorrow? I don't know the
Yeah,
schedule.
all of them have one more game this weekend. All of those. I think Gray don't have no game, so I'm supposed to leave and forward him soon, if not today.
Okay. Every time we underestimate a team, we get humbled. Every team in the region has improved. Haiti game will be tough. Oh, and I doubt West Ham will release him. All right. Yeah, there we have it, people. Until next time, blessed upon yourself. Everybody stay safe. See you guys tomorrow, man. Stay blessed. Mikey Ballin, Dandan, Romario, Demario, and Jason Gona. All right. Stay blessed, man.